Slop people.
That is bullshit lazy. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game.
Smell of the game. Interesting. What's like?
See, I'm blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. My tongue is my word. Your words will never let me disappear. That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me,
Hello, Dr. Jones. Smell of the gay. I know, right? I'm gonna watch the video that you've linked to me. The question is, who's gonna be crashing out? Is it me or the person that I'm gonna be watching on the video? We're trying for silver, so I have a feeling I will be the one crashing out actually, not anybody else. Hello. Oh yes. On paper, Destiny will be crashing out, but in reality, I will be the one crashing out. Okay, I should put the game. Okay. Do you want the Destiny Crashout to be the bigger thing or the game? Let's see where your loyalties lie. I know. Dr. Jones has betrayed us once again. Not even. We should be playing Resident Evil 6 with that Crashout, but Dr. Jones has given up. What is the Blazing Pass? God, what is that? Lucy, are you mad at me? Always. No, I'm not. Sorry. I just sometimes I'm a combative person. I can be very snarky with my replies, but no, I'm not mad. Game, it's just a Discord call vid. Okay, so I guess I should. What should I put to this? YouTube. Discord call, Jesus, my God. Wait, did someone record it without the consent of Mr. Bonelli? Did someone record their call
Believe
with...
it. Buttered chicken and naan bread is.
Did somebody record their Discord call without the consent of the parties involved? Okay, what do I do now? Destiny's mask just slipped. What a dramatic title. Okay, I'll have it here. What a dramatic title for a video. Destiny's mask just slipped. Your mask has slipped. Okay, let's try to have a match before I do anything. Tonight my mask will slip. Brigida. Bridget. Bridget. You've misspelled it, convenient Estelle. Okay, we're gonna looking for an enemy. I mean opponent. I mean foe. God, I have a feeling I'll be raging tonight. Biscuit, yeah. That's right, bistek. You got it. Finally. Maybe if I cover Mr. Destiny, he will raid me today. We're going. Oh, I should have titled the stream Bad Anti-Fan Screws Over My Honey Husband Bunny. Maybe I would have like 1,000 people in the audience right now. You know? I'm a Bridget of color. Woo! I won the first round. That's a good indicator that I'm going to lose the second one. He's gonna go aggro on me now. I have a bad feeling about this. I told you.
Oh, Barry!
Wait, who donated? Is it a big amount? Thank you for the $40. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the HRT help. I think I might be able to. I think I might be able to get it once I'm back in Poland. Once my money thing resets. In 4 days I'll be able to get it. Thank you. Alright, HRT. And fixing my tooth are my two main goals right now in life, I guess. You know? Once we get a bit more people, we can start the Destiny thing. I think. We're playing this trans game. Oh yeah, also Arcael got me a... you know what it's called. I knew this person would go aggro. An arcade stick. Okay, so we'll be able to really step up the game. I won! We're so close to silver! Oh my god! We're so close! I am so close! Oh my god! Hold on, let's turn the browser off for a moment. Oh, never mind. And match. I'm so close to silver now, oh god. I can feel it in my bones. I can taste it in my mouth. Okay, are you ready? Also press like on the stream, please. Alright, let's watch this. Let's make the chat smaller so that I can...
Fire.
Will O'Connor, what do you mean hold me accountable? What do you mean call me out? How fucking dare you? It's just crazy. I'm 12 years old and Indian and have no idea what you're doing here. Genuinely the worst I have ever seen this guy.
So hold on. Let me.
Also, I'm just gonna tell you, Queeman... I'm not forgetting the fact that Queeman tried to turn me into a lol cow, okay? I'm not gonna forget that. I've been linked Queeman by my viewers, even though my viewers know what my history with Queeman is. I'm very disappointed. Dr. Jones. Queeman tried to turn me into a spectacle
Last night,
for chat
Twitch
logic.
TV did like a 7-minute stream, 8-minute stream called Destiny.
He used to lurk in my chat. He used to go into my chat when I was far smaller than even now. And he'd be like... And he would chat in my chat asking me things like, hey, Lucy, I have a job and my voice really is not good and doesn't pass. What do I do? And he would clip me and send clips of me to Chad Logic to make fun of me. So I just banned them. And then everybody kind of begged Chad Logic to make me talk to him, and then I talked to Chad Logic and we were supposed to debate, and the debate never happened because Chad Logic just decided to never follow up on the thing. They expected me to come on Chad Logic and crash out, but I didn't, and his audience was like, this is getting boring. I'm just getting boring chat logic. But yeah, it happened. It's part of the lore. Because I made you had an actual peaceful convo of no memes, I know. Because I made a reaction to his video when I was a VTuber and I made silly mocking noises. My reaction video of him comprised mainly of silly noises.
Versus the Snarkers Part 2, question mark. Now, if you don't know, this is all about what started off as like some splinter server of various communities around here and turned into like sort of a clipping community. You know, it's all arising from that basically. And obviously there's a lot of people, as you might expect in this community, that don't like Destiny. There's a lot of lefties in there. They're not all lefties, but there's a lot of lefties in there. And obviously a lot of people don't like Destiny. And Destiny
I cannot not like Destiny. Destiny's my husband.
Don't like him. And there's evil things that happen in this server, guys, like this. Evil things happening in that server.
Wait, hold on. If Destiny's my husband, why am I not getting hundreds of viewers live? Why is Food Shops getting all the viewers if Destiny's my... They're not married. And I'm married to that. What the hell? The hell's happening? Where did the where's the favoritism?
So basically this all triggered a massive just spurg out. Willie Mac's been running with pedo allegations against J-Stalk on Twitter, and it's just like spurging about the server as well.
Who's J-Stalk again?
This is Stasi from J-Stalks here. Everyone says me. Is it
seen any reciprocation? So I actually don't know.
Yeah, everyone says me and this guy have the same voice. I don't agree, but
reciprocation. So I actually don't know exactly what the truth of that is. But yeah, anyway, I do have to go. I'm really sorry. Maybe.
Are you attracted to little boys?
And all your servers when you're not here. Now you're
Destiny, a little boy.
Losing.
I'm UK hours, bro. I'm UK hours. Like what?
J-Stalk is an ex-Destiny. Wait, is Destiny a little boy?
Talk about me and talk about everything related to me so many hours of the day.
Yeah, everyone says that we have the same voice. But yeah, I don't really think so. I think that's like
I'm attracted to nerdy voices. Like Destiny's nerdy voice.
Bigotry. Anyway, basically, Destiny called in to tell Wick to blacklist snarkers. Basically, no
what?
snarkers, no
blacklist
snarking,
snarkers.
No snarking, finger wag. No snarking.
What? No way. What happened? What? That's weird. I'm gonna choose not to trust Queeman on this, and I'm gonna just listen. I'm gonna choose to trust my husband.
Finger wag. Wick needs to blacklist all snarkers.
What the hell is a snarker?
So he didn't end up doing it though. He basically came to compromise with Destiny that he was going to remove the recording in VC rule and the streaming in VC rule, so that whether Destiny's on stream or not, he can join and fight people about, you know, whether he shares nudes without consent, whether he retains CSAM in a way that isn't conducive to his legal responsibilities, or whatever people want to argue with him about, you know. Any number of allegations, doxing, any number of allegations, any number of points of controversy with Destiny. Now, for those who don't know, that's actually what caused the massive fallout between Chud and Wick, really, is people recording his VC and Chud watching it on stream. It's very funny that now Wick goes back on that. It's also hilarious that he's now saying, I got sent evidence of my docs being spread, so now I'm on Team Destiny, as if he wasn't always on Team Destiny. It's totally... Never sent proof, by the way. Well, it was. I believe there was a message with it in the first 2 weeks about Snark left server.
What the hell is
before many people
snarker?
joined, before there were any moderators.
So we're getting to bronze.
Until it was brought up.
While we're
people went
doing
back through, found it, user was banned. Users banned from everywhere, basically.
The Tooth of Zion bows to King Felch.
Thank you for the $10, huge appreciated. So it's like handled the only way you can. So yeah. So there was, I'm not saying he's lying about that in any way. Obviously it doesn't make it a doxing server, you know. This happens in every Discord of a certain size. There's always PII posted at some point. It's just about whether moderators deal with it or not. Unfortunately, that was posted when it was just like shitters, no moderators, no one was paying attention. Now, what's hilarious? We'll get to it. You'll see in this conversation there's something hilarious about that. Okay, about the little double standard. But anyway, where was I up to? Fuck. So Wick's being told to ban snarkers, and he chooses to remove his recording rule. Connor sees this, and Connor is going to review it on stream and talk about
What the hell
some of
is
the
a
stuff that's going
snarker?
on. And that's sort of where we pick up.
Okay, just
basically, this was about
we
banning
could've just-
Groovy, really. It was about banning.
I mean
Groovy.
demoted.
Now,
Snarker is an
Connor's got a
anti-fan.
here. So Connor
Don't
does this sort of
use-
thing, and he basically
Don't
says,
use food
you know,
shops
it's
nomenclature.
reasonable for you to, as my friend, not want me to allow people in my community who just endlessly talk
Anti-fan is
about
so
you when
funny.
it's not even relevant, and just constantly be dragging your name through the mud. As we're
Oh
friends,
god, I'm so
I'm
bad
willing
at this
to,
game.
you know, stop people from talking endlessly in my Discord about how much of a terrible person you are. But then Connor says that he feels like underneath that ask that Destiny's seemingly making, what he actually means is, since I have a disproportionate amount of clout and power, in spite of / because of it, it is safer to ban snarkers entirely.
Why
to
are we
do not
having
warrant
this
my
whole
wrath
prelude?
/ disassociation. That is pretty obviously what's being said, really. So Connor's talking about that for a while. But he does all these war analogies. I'm kind of sick of just like everything just gets grouped into one, man. Like, because when Connor talks, like this does annoy me. When Connor talks about stuff, he's like, "Oh, you, J-Stu, snarkers, Kiwi farmers. You know, some of these people think it's okay to go after Destiny's kid. I don't go after Destiny's kid. I don't allow people in my community to go after Destiny's kid. That's not a thing we've ever done.
I've
It's not a
been
thing we've
demoted.
ever done. I'm sure you can find.
You
only
win some, you lose
something
some, I
gets posted
guess.
about him, but as a rule, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. People generally feel quite bad for Nathan, I think. I don't even like addressing that on stream, to be honest. You know, there's all this freak shit where he's, you know, going and talking to Drew Pavel and all this,
Snark
you know.
credit.
No one wants to be involved in that. No one wants to be fucking involved with that. No
Okay,
one
are
wants
we
to
gonna
do that
get
shit.
to it?
Not around here
Jesus.
anyway. Also, I know there are total fucking freaks that do.
Imagine if I
That ain't
did
me.
a preamble like this
It
every
always
time I
lumped
did
into one, it's
something.
kinda
Do
fucking
people like that?
Anyway, we'll get to that later, I think. But basically, Connor's saying, you know, Destiny should be doing. Sorry.
Oh my god, why is he saying all this? Am I too stupid to just watch the thing and understand what's going on? Does he have to narrate the whole thing before it even happens?
It's all these gay war analogies. But look, Connor did a good job of, you know, standing with a.
Does
fucking
Queeman
spine
think his
today.
audience is
So
too
we'll indulge his
stupid
gay
to
fucking
follow
war
what's going on
analogies.
screen
We'll indulge
without
the
seeing
Space
it?
Marine argumentation, okay? Just this one time, all right? Read Destiny's Reddit post about you. I haven't seen a Reddit post about me. No, I've seen Destiny's Reddit post about Connor.
See how's a
I think that's
snark.
what you mean,
People
but
already
because
do
it
that.
mentions me.
My
I
own
think that's
viewers
what you
are
mean,
my
right? But yeah,
snark,
basically Connor
okay?
is saying that Destiny
Yes,
should
he
be
thinks
doing
that.
counter-insurgency warfare, okay? Where you identify who the targets are engaging in wrongdoing, and then you target them. I think a pretty reasonable position, right? It's like, you can't just, you know, let's give an example. Let's map it on. Let's say a KF user doxes someone near Destiny. That doesn't give Destiny license to go after literally everyone who dislikes him and talk shit about him in Discords all day. It gives him a right to go after the person who doxed the person close to him, right?
It feels like the
That's
matchmaking
pretty
is trying
reasonable
to
position, I think.
make me
It should be
learn how
proportionate
to fight
response,
against
right?
the
Now
characters
here,
that I'm not
that's what
doing
Connor
well
says
against.
Destiny's doing, which is total warfare, where you just, you know, you burn the hatch roofs, as he's saying, go scorched earth, target everyone. All right, that's what he says here, and then he's going like he separates freedom fighters and terrorists.
This
He's talking
comment
about
is
all
hot.
this. He's saying Queeman and J-Sub see themselves as freedom fighters, but there's terrorists in their ranks. It's like, okay, all right, man. Again, I would just contest that it's about what you do when you discover someone's engaging in bad tactics. If I find someone doing something that's against what's acceptable, I take action. Now, while Connor's talking about this, and we're not going to watch this because it's fucking boring.
I won.
Resident Gimp, Mr. Mooten, calls in to say, but Connor, don't you think you're being like a bad friend by not just doing exactly what Destiny wants immediately? And he says that he's going to ban any dogs and
Yeah, but you could just listen to them talk.
Now, totally
right?
ignore the fact that they're totally
Like you could just
uncontested
listen
for
to
what, the last
Destiny
year and
talk
a half.
to.
They've just,
Like you don't
spammed.
have to do Wick called in to tell Destiny to tell him to ban all the snarkers. You could just play it and have Destiny say, "Hey, Wick, you should ban all the people that don't like me." Like, you don't have to narrate the thing before it happens. You can listen to it, right? Because it's still audio, right? And you can conclude that on your own. No? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Doxes. It's all over.
It's like,
Twitter
when
all the
does
time,
it start?
spamming doxes. Like it's literally endless all day, every fucking day. Now, obviously, not all DGGers, obviously. I'm sure not all DGGers know about it or approve of it, but a huge amount of them approve of it, and there's a lot of them doing it.
No, it's
to suggest
okay.
it's not a cultural
I'm
issue
okay for us to
over
listen
there
to
would
Queeman
be
for now because I'm trying to get to silver.
But anyway, Mr. Mutant fucking sucks. Total.
Who is
brain
Mr.
retard.
Muta?
Wick calls in and Doobie call in. Like
Who
I
is
say, I don't
Doobie?
know how long I can go for.
I don't
tonight.
know
I'm
any
really
of those
fucking
people.
tired, so I don't know if I want to watch all this fucking lead up. It's quite a lot of time. It's quite a lot of time. Like I said, it went for like 7 or 8 hours. But yeah, basically Connor was just
Okay,
putting his foot down
Queeman's
saying,
gonna
"No, I'm not acquiescing
complain
to every
about a
single
long
fucking
lead
law
up
Destiny
now?
makes of me."
Queeman,
DGG
who is making a long lead up, is gonna complain about the long lead up?
Core to some of this. So people are insisting
They're both
that
people?
Doobie
Are they though? Are
justified
they?
or encouraged people to A-log and harass Nathan. Okay?
A-log.
That's what they're insisting in Connor's chat. And so they get the clip, and let's just see that, I guess.
Anyways. And his mom. Like, he's around here making these arguments.
Permission structure for people to fuck with Nathan, to fuck with his mom, and I don't agree with that.
Who's fucking
his
whose mom?
Like, he's around here making these arguments.
Permission structure for people to fuck with Nathan, to fuck with his mom, and I don't agree with that. To be clear,
Who's
I don't
fucking
think any of
whose
it should be
mom?
happening. But I just want to be clear. Like,
Hello,
if that
Rusty.
is what the world that he
I
is
thought
creating,
Aiko was the
like, I don't
person that
think he has
fucked
any
people's
ground to
moms.
complain about it.
Wait, so first there's like two things here. It's just like whenever like we're talking about some like unhinged person's behavior, you always point out like, well, but kind of like, but Destiny did this.
Oh
and
my
then
god,
it
what a
doesn't seem
cute
that
Bridget.
equitable. Where did Destiny tell you it's okay to dox people's
Like a zombie
families,
Bridget.
children, or any of that?
Okay, this is a retarded question, and I'm gonna go ahead and react to it. Is if you dox somebody, if I live with my family, and you have my phone number, and you have a picture of my face, and you have my address, and you have my employer, how
Bridget is
hard do
better
you
than
think
me.
it is to find extended family members?
It's like a
Sometimes
fake
it's as simple
trans.
as white pages or yellow pages. It's
But it's
literally not hard.
I like
once
to
you
see
find
Bridget
one
to see how to
person
play.
to find their extended family members. And let's say that somebody wanted to come to my house in order to commit homicide. Well, sometimes my family is going to be present, don't you think?
What? I don't get
Like
it.
it's
Wait,
such
hold
a
on,
loose connection where this guy is like directly saying like, hey, it's okay to like yeah, it's okay to like target if you get, or what you're saying is basically by Destiny standards, it's by Destiny standard it is okay for people to attack his son, because if you're like involved.
Yeah, correct. So everybody who docks Destiny also docks his entire extended family? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. Did Doobie do that? Did Queeman do that? Now, maybe J-Stock did. I don't fucking know. But that's why we want
Just throwing Jason up to the wolves immediately.
the logs, right? We want the logs because we want to know who's doing the doxing. So if somebody docks Destiny,
Yo, thank you for the £10, Septic. Hugely appreciated with the game controller character with the deal with it glasses falling down. Appreciate it, thank you.
hear me when I say this, that is bad and evil, and it puts Nathan and Destiny and his entire family at risk. Of course, you fucking dipshits. And don't tell... Fuck you. Hold on, how about this? We got like 400 people in here. I'm literally just gonna sit here for 30 fucking seconds because fuck you, that's why. Don't tell me how to
Yeah, I
stream.
remember this. Let's skip through this.
Literally
He
just
does
like,
literally
literally-
sit there for 30 seconds.
Let's
Connor, honestly, Connor, if you like, I already like Connor. You know, I'd still have issues with
Okay,
Connor.
what
I do
does-
think he is biased. I do think he's dented sometimes. And I disagree.
We
with
are
him.
all biased
But
sometimes, so
if you
that's
didn't
not
like
saying anything.
He's very endearing at many points in his stream. Yeah, this is the other thing. That Tallybots bitch, Zog bitch, who goes on Wick stream all the time, was saying, Queen and his audience think you're pathetic, Connor. They're using like a lolcow or some stupid shit like that. Dude, people literally, the response to Connor coming on for the interview, but we literally, first of all, we treat everyone like that, okay? Everyone gets treated when they're doing something silly or when they're embarrassed of stuff as a bit of a lolcow. We like having a laugh at the spectacle. Second of all, literally the response
I mean, to be fair, I was acting silly. Maybe I should forgive
positive.
women. Maybe
Everyone
I should.
was like, oh, dude, I actually like
get
Connor.
over it.
Connor's cool. Yeah, I was on the fence about Connor before.
Should I get over it?
Literally, it was just like completely positive across the board.
Should I become best
People
friends
like
with
laughing
women?
while it was happening, but you can go look at the comments. You go look at the comments. People loved it. But I think that's just something she heard on food shops. I legit think people just watch this like retarded Chinese pedophile give a fucking
Oh my god.
awful read of social situations.
Iterated your fucking position. So hold on, we still got a few minutes in the. We got 5 minutes
sucks.
total. Do you have 5 minutes? If you don't have 5 minutes to hang out and react, that's totally fine. I'm just.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Or people's deliveries.
Yeah, anybody connected
to each
anybody
other.
connected to him.
That does not. There is a very, very like reasonable like assumption that doesn't mean like they're 14-year-old kid or
Why?
anything like that.
Yeah. Also, that's the other thing. I could never hate Connor because he got me the Brianna Wu interview, and he recognized the game. He recognized the game I put in, cramming a fucking, editing a hit piece within a week time span to drop on the same day. He recognized the game. So, I could never hate Connor.
Wait, why?
If you want to.
So the issue is that he's putting these people in danger, right? So
I think the
I'm
skin that this
has a
Bridget
family.
chose is very
I'm sure
cute.
J-Sock
The
has a family.
zombie
Queen has a
life
family. He stalks
aesthetic.
both of them. I'm sure Wicked Supreme has a family. And any
Dude, literally, none of these fuckers ever could. What do you mean, Nicandros could never?
Who's
None of them
Wicked
could.
Supreme?
None of them could. Okay? These guys take 6 months to make anything.
internet community is going to have crazy fucking people in it, right? It's just, and some of these people have reported that that they've been harassed at work.
No, they haven't. That's a fucking lie, and he knows it.
Employees have been called crazy. Batman has a family. I'm sure J-Sock has a family. Cleveland has a family. He stalks both of them. I'm sure Wicked Supreme has a family. And any internet community is going to have crazy fucking people in it, right? It's just, and some of these people have reported that that they've been harassed at work.
No, they haven't. That's a fucking lie, and he knows.
Hold on. Logically, I believe Dan could correct me. Dan Saltman's been harassed at work. I know he's retired, but people have gone out of his way to fuck with his businesses. I think they've gone out of his way to fuck with his family. So why is this true for Dan in Mooten, but it's not
100%.
potentially true for J. Stalker Queeman? I don't understand the rationale behind this. So I would need evidence, or Wicked Supreme. What is the evidence that
also
none of
need
these
evidence.
people have experienced harassment at work? I'd love to know how you know that's a lie.
Oh my
Destiny
god.
is the biggest victim in the whole wide world, and nothing anywhere near as bad could ever happen to anyone else.
I do need to run for like 20
You can
minutes.
go, man.
I
I
can-
appreciate you coming
I
on
can-
and yapping.
so,
If there's like
okay.
another important point that you want to make, you're welcome back on. But I'm gonna watch this
No,
to
just like I said, I
catch
didn't go
you
for
in your
20
lie.
minutes. If they have any evidence, I encourage them to bring it up while I'm gone, so I can defend myself. And I'll be back in like 20, 30 minutes, and I can hop back on if you want me to.
All right.
Answer for it. Okay.
Sounds
Talk to you
good. All right, we're gonna watch this clip and catch you in a lie. I'll see you later. All right, let's go.
Knows it.
later. Employees have been called. Their family
If
members
you're
have been
too
called.
aggressive, you can get
Check
hit
out-
and
This has all
punished.
happened to me, by the way, and it's still happening
I
to me,
won
by the way.
again.
Okay.
Facebook and fucked with their friends. Like in Destiny, like encouraging his community to target and attack those people in the real world has made all that happen.
It's literally crazy that I'm still in the,
I think
in
if
the
you
mythos
keep top
as,
tier
like,
content
one
and
of,
you're
one of
just
the
not
top Destiny
locking in.
A-logs when I literally barely covered him for ages until this shit popped off again. I've been like focused on Ethan
What is the
Klein,
shit?
Nicholas Diorio, Tectone, Smash JT, stuff like that. That's what I've been focused on.
We can
like,
get to
months.
the thing.
It's crazy.
God.
He's encouraged this to happen, and he's even complained that this community hasn't gone further. So I don't understand why would say he's like somehow drawn some clear.
Why
line
is
on
Legal
family
Eagle
members.
on the
He just
screen?
hasn't. He said anybody connected to these people is fair game.
Anybody connected to these people, like the people that are actively
There you go.
involved in these
It's
servers
Destiny.
that are harassing every single person, not their fucking children.
You don't get to draw that line. You don't get to draw that line.
You promised Katie Price today. Instead, we get this. I don't even know what you're going on with Katie Price. Okay, I never promised Katie Price. I've got no idea what you're referring to.
Who is Katie
If
Price?
you find me, which is very easy, I'm easy to find. That's a deep cut clip. But if you find me, you find everybody around me. So saying, oh yeah, we just have this like moral line where we only find the people criticizing us, but we don't find their extended family members, that's not up to you. That's obviously not up to you. I don't even know why we would pretend that's up to you. We're just pretending like every single fucking DGGer has the exact same morality. We're just pretending that they're like lockstep soldiers with an escalation of force and rules of engagement. That's not how anything works.
Escalation of force? What? Rules of engagement?
Aren't you like making the same point? It's just like, well, if you're gonna be like involved in
There's like 30 seconds.
these like doxing wars or anything like that, then you're fair game as well. Like,
Wars?
Correct. If you engage in doxing, you can be doxed. Even if you're not engaged in doxing, you're likely to get doxed.
What?
It's the same thing.
No, my position is that if this is the world he's creating, like what
The world he's creating?
The world he's...
Will his channel have
What
this
a
on
weird
his spine?
language.
Is that
It's the
true?
world he's
DGD doesn't do
creating.
stupid shit.
I don't think
Really?
that's true.
You've never done stupid shit in your entire fucking life?
Never.
That's a bold fucking stance to take. You think you're batting 1,000? That's impressive. Delusional, but impressive.
Into they're doing the child adult thing again as well, right? Where they have no choice.
I've
but
never
to
done a
react
stupid
this way.
thing in
Maybe
my
they're just
entire
gonna
life.
dox
That's
my
true.
child and his mom, and that's all they can do. But like all of the agency is somehow on my end. Keep in mind also that this whole thing is a one-sided obsession. The microsecond
I
these
am
people
obsessed
stop
with my husband.
obsessively talking about me, like
I
it's
do
done.
talk
don't
about
care.
this
Like, what,
obsessively.
like I'm not gonna spend all my
It's true.
That's the part that I'll agree.
But it's like talking about you. Why does they have to stop talking about you? That's insane and retarded. People don't have to stop talking about you. If you want to go after people who are actually engaging in doxing, in swatting, in actions that are clearly over the line, that makes total sense. But that's not the case, is it? He just wants to go after people talking about him.
Agree with. That's the part I'll agree with. Do you have any evidence? Where's your evidence that DGG did any doxing? Didn't Destiny himself dox Jay
And
Stuff?
they spam shit all over Twitter all day. And again, not all DGGs, not all DGGs. You're
All
not responsible
DGGs.
for everything just because you're there. But
All
there is a huge
DGGs are
problem with them.
responsible.
Well, not even a problem, you know. It's intended. They spam doxers.
Doc?
Especially
Didn't Destiny
you.
himself?
If you're a DGGer,
Dox?
then I don't think any
Esports
DGGers
Batman?
watch me.
What do you mean DGG hasn't doxed anyone? If I just
DGG
called
has
Destiny
doxed
right
everyone.
now and I said, hey,
DGG
did you
has
dox
doxed
Esports
me.
Batman? And he says yes. What's your follow-up argument? What's
Not all DGGs, but always a DGG.
your source? My source is Destiny.
My source
What-
is I made
What are
it
you
the fact.
talking
Wait,
about?
hold on.
If I ask the head of a community if he's doxed someone, and he's done too, and he's encouraged the doxing of other people.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But you get it, man. Anyway, basically the point is Doobie didn't say anything actually like crazy. He didn't say that it was
Who's
good. He actually
Doobie?
said explicitly the opposite, that it wasn't good. So he goes for a bit. He's gone for a bit, and then he comes back on. He argues with some Jenny, and then Destiny comes on. So I guess we'll watch from here.
That's going to be. I think that's me.
Why not? Here we go. Waiting on Stephen Bennell. Fell's my chief mod, but I'm also not going to
That was a bit.
treat
I actually like Bell, even though we
infiltrating
better.
an Adam Waffen group and
I'm super aggressive
being
now.
Adam Waffen as the
Because
same
this
thing.
is
I
my
think it's crazy
actually, believe
we
it or
did
not,
just
if I
call
win this
Destiny, we
match,
didn't-
I get
he didn't
to
pick
rank
up.
up
Hello?
for a few seconds.
Whoa, hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
What's up?
just
Buddy.
milking the content. How you doing?
Doing great. What are we talking about in here today?
Yeah, let me.
You,
let me
as
show your
always,
content. Well,
my husband.
This is, I think, actually incredibly pertinent to the conversation.
True.
So let me go
Very
ahead and
important.
pull this up here. Let me go ahead and share it with you guys. So,
Is my mic bad? I have a Shure mic, but I don't want to use it because I'm lazy. I can do it if you guys want me to. I'd rather do it.
to do what?
I'm asking if my mic is bad. So I have like
No,
a.
you're-
yeah, okay.
Sounds like a fucking Blue Yeti. No problems on my end.
Oh my
So,
god, he threw me.
What Destiny? What I started this morning stream with is the reasonable ask that I heard you articulate that I'm okay with is, do not allow snarkers into your community to.
You know, Destiny's always hated Connor. I don't know if that's true, but there is a moment in this where he does just start like going crazy and being like, "We were never friends," basically.
Talk shit about me, or I will no longer associate, fraternize, debate, or talk with you. Which I think that's reasonable because we haven't done that. We don't have 6-hour anti-Destiny hate rallies in our VC or text thing. And so if you prohibit it from that...
Wait a second. Can I ask you a quick question on this, just to check?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
And I'm asking from a total place of ignorance. So, if I were to go around and ask, there has not a single time in the past 6 months been a 1+ hour voice call with Doobie in here talking about how I'm a pedophile or anything. That would be true.
I would have to
Actually, I don't think I've ever called you a pedophile. Wait, no, I think I did once as a meme. But I
want to get the server.
You shut the
Okay,
fuck up.
So I haven't heard Doobie argue that Destiny's a pedophile. I haven't heard that.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've ever.
But he literally doesn't give a fuck. He literally doesn't give a fuck what anyone's saying. Doesn't give a fuck what the individual argument is. Literally, the only goal is to intimidate people, cause a chilling effect, so that people stop talking about him. That's all he wants. He doesn't give a fuck what Doobie's actually said or what Doobie's actually done. It's literally all just built as a narrative, trying to get people to stop talking about him.
The conversation.
Let's try to play nice just so we can get through the substance, and then if we want to be mean after the substance, then we can be mean after the substance. To my knowledge...
Has Doobie ever VC'd in here at all?
I think he's VC'd in here.
Yeah, a few times.
And I've never been a subject of that conversation if I were to run around and ask people. I've never been a thing that he's been in. Nobody's ever been in here, for instance, and I've been brought up, and then somebody's like, we need to get Doobie here to talk about death.
You
Doobie,
would
I'm not
have
asking
to.
you.
You would
Doobie,
have
you're a
to talk to.
self-admitted
Hold
pedophile.
on. Can I
talking to you
answer?
right now. Doobie, I don't do this. No, I don't care.
There's a
I don't care what you're gonna say, Doobie. I'm asking you, Connor.
Yes.
If I were to ask your
Wait,
server,
is it forbidden to talk about
your
Destiny, one of the
server-
biggest streamers now?
You're a self-admitted pedophile. Nice one, man. Yeah, I'm sure. Doobie's sure. I believe you, man. Doobie's a self-admitted pedophile because Source, you just said it. Awesome stuff, bro.
None of these people would say, oh, no. We've never heard somebody say, quick, grab Doobie. Destiny is the topic of the conversation for Doobie to come in and do all of the ordinary smears, right?
I would appreciate 30 seconds to answer. To my knowledge, the answer is no. The people that I would ask if this had ever happened in the past 6 months are Taze, who's my former editor and former chief mod, Fellrunner, who's my current chief mod, and I would ask them if
So
they'd ever seen
so I take something out of context there, you may not have seen it. Doobie spoke about reporting stuff to the FBI and the NCMEC while he was the owner of the Politics Discord. Obviously, it's a massive Discord. It's the discord.gg/politics. Literally, the Politics Discord was massive, and I'm sure there were lots of underage people in there during COVID. I'm sure he saw a lot of fucked up stuff. If you report it to the FBI, you hand it all off. You might be putting yourself at some liability, but are you really gonna shame someone for doing the right thing? It's just
I hate this
kind of
move.
crazy.
seen anything like that.
Can you drag one of them in here and ask him?
Yeah, sure. Fell was on here 30 seconds ago. Do you?
Yeah, drag him
well,
in.
hold on, real quick. Before I create like another chat, I suppose, I just want to ask a quick question.
Oh, God.
Destiny, do you have anything that you want to say to Doobie?
Hello,
or you want,
Polyphonica.
feedback from Doobie on? And Doobie, do you have anything that you
I
want
was
to say
so
to
close
Destiny
to
or
getting
give
to
him
silver
feedback
as
on?
well.
Because if you guys don't have
Why would I
anything
have
for
a
each
mutual-
I'm
other-
so bad at back
That
against
Doobie's
one-trick
goal is to
ponies, but
destroy my
I just
life.
don't know
You're
the
fucking
movesets of
retarded.
characters
Dumbest
yet, I
question you've
guess.
ever asked in your entire life.
Okay, so,
But I
so
do-
do,
I wanna-
do
I
you
wanna say
have
one thing,
anything
though.
that
Let's
you
think
want to
about
talk to him about?
This is
Yes or no?
such childish
Well, we can
stuff.
we can run this. We can run this.
This
one
is so
thing by.
childish.
Do you
I
find
swear to
his
God.
arguments for why it's
Oh, my
acceptable to dox
snarkers.
my kid and his mom who live in a separate state from me? Do you find those arguments compelling?
As a description, yes.
So you think
Oh,
that if you
metaphor.
dox a person,
I've heard it's a
then
good
it is
game.
the equivalent to dox the other person's every single unrelated family member, because the one person who got doxed might have a family member that lives with them.
Yeah, sure. Let me go ahead and ask you a question.
Okay.
Doobie,
No.
can I
I
kick
don't
you?
need
Can I kick
anything
you?
else. I just wanted to hear that. That's okay. We don't have to
Doobie,
run
can I
that,
kick you so
thought
Destiny
thing.
and I can just hash this?
No. I don't. Connor, I'm not gonna have that conversation with you. I don't give a fuck, honestly.
Yeah, I think-
the second question
No,
is.
I
I think they're gonna have the conversation.
The second question.
I give a
is-
fuck because I think. Hold on. If we are, I know the.
I don't know if he's the only one, Nathan, but I take your point.
Guys,
I know
like,
the
yeah, like
thumbnail
screw
was
girls.
mean. But
Yeah.
I think that this
Also
situation
consider
is
donating
actually
or
quite serious,
subscribing
and you are
so that
thinking
I
about,
can
like,
get my
complete
HRT.
dissociation from me and Wick. So
Boom.
It's
if
not serious,
we,
Connor. This is not a serious conversation, and I'm not. I won't understand. I'll just hang out. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. Like
That is true.
opinion
It is
so
definitely
immediately
not
stupid,
a
I'm
serious
even gonna pretend to
conversation.
Have a conversation with you.
That part is true.
Unless, there has to be a way to
I'm
remove
sorry,
all the
I'm sorry.
financial
So,
incentive. or
yeah,
whatever.
Doobie, sorry,
It's such a
I'm gonna
stupid fucking-
kick
It's such
you,
a
okay?
stupid fucking opinion. No, wait.
That's fine.
Hold on, wait. There were like two other things related to. Oh
No.
fuck.
No.
Wait.
If you're
You just let this guy.
going to
wait,
say,
hold
hold
on.
on.
Are they in a clan choosing the zombie like
4 fucking hours.
aesthetic?
Apparently, you're doing fucking the same racist memes against my community scanners, and now he gets to leave right away because you.
Dude, so obviously we've missed a lot of it, but Connor was saying some funny stuff, calling them retarded cultists, sycophants, saying maybe there are some Indians in this community. You guys seem to be struggling with English. He was saying some quite funny stuff. Now, I feel like I am painting a target on Connor's back by even acknowledging that some of the stuff he said was funny. Because they literally, this drives them fucking insane for some reason. Like, the jokes about DGG and DGS drive them fucking insane. It's like, oh, you're a bunch of Indians. And this guy's going fucking crazy about it. It's really quite baffling. It's just like something I just never expected.
Would I rather if people watch me on Twitch?
But I'll tell you what I'm not.
I mean, I wish I could grow an audience on both YouTube and
I'll bring
Twitch.
Fel on in order to
I usually
ask
miss the Twitch chat though.
But what I'm not going to do, and I'll tell you right now,
I often miss
is I'm
the
not going to
Twitch chat.
have you say that after you and I have had a 5 going on 6-year relationship, that you get to deem a topic.
It would be great if you watch me on lucyhazel.org/live, by the way.
Or conversation.
And consider donating and subscribing over there.
So if you want to have a conversation
on my White Forest page, I get most of
an
the.
individual is equivalent to doxing their family. We can have that conversation. If you want to talk to Doobie, we can talk to Doobie.
Do it, real quick, dude. Run it down. Go ahead.
You know, I get all of the money.
If I get doxed, my name, phone number, and address are located. How hard do you think it is to find my extended family members?
What? I don't know. Depends on where.
So, dude, it's just so fucking stupid. I'm glad people can just see how fucking retarded and slippery this guy is. It's literally, it's just dishonest. It's just like, he just tries to lie, basically, to get through a conversation. I don't know. But you do know. You know, it's very easy. It's obviously very easy. But you just want to lie to win. Because you're a dishonest fucking loser.
I mean, it depends if you operate. Connor just operates under his real name, so of course it's
Yellow
not.
Pages Google search. So now I have to wonder whether or not because you didn't even want to talk about this topic.
I don't
now that
operate
we're
under
talking
my
about
real
it, and I
name,
ask
so
you a
that's not
pretty
that
simple
easy
and
to
direct
find my
question, you're saying,
extended family.
I don't know. I think you know.
The problem, Connor, the reason why this is the most retarded topic in the world is because you're talking about using theoretical collateral damage to make a direct target of somebody else's family member. Do you know if any of the people that I've doxed even have family members that live with them or even have children at all?
No, I don't.
No,
but at the same time, don't you think it's a logical inference?
Hold on, wait. But Doobie is running around here dozens of times making these arguments and these weird fucking whatever the fuck.
The controller is sometimes so unresponsive, it frustrates me.
Kid and his mom.
Dude, people are talking about me in Discord servers. I can't believe it. People are talking about me in Discord servers. I cannot fucking believe it.
Don't.
No,
but at the same time,
like even if you DM'd my, even if you Googled my dead name, there's a famous person by the same name and surname as me that comes out first, not me.
Kid and his mom are
so it would not be easy to find me for that matter if you Googled
Let's go
me.
ahead and address that. So, let's say hypothetically.
And that person's unrelated to
No,
me.
we don't even have to treat it as a hypothetical. We could treat this as a real thing.
Let's talk about. There you go. Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about real things. So, Doobie does have a family. Have you called for his docs?
We all have a family.
So, you hear that? He goes, I haven't doxed Doobie! He knows that he said to Connor's face that Doobie should be doxed. The question being asked is obvious. The point being made is obvious, but he chooses to just play fucking stupid. And people defend this. People defend this still. People say, oh, how could Connor possibly betray his friend like this? I cannot believe that he would betray Steven. That's what they're typing.
What does he do? Why is he doing a stereotypical Indian accent?
Doobie has not been doxed.
Have you called for his docs in the past? I'm pretty sure we had a conversation about it in person.
I'm trying to find it. Yeah, but I don't have it.
Okay, so if you had found it, would you have published it?
Almost certainly, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He has a family. So, his argument is, you don't know what's going on in people's lives, and when you expose their PII...
Yeah, Connor just lost 1,000 ISAT. Connor just lost 1,000 ISAT today. Connor, minus 10,000 ISAT.
You don't know if... Most of the time, it's going to be fine. But you don't know whether or not you're going to put them in direct harm, correct?
I mean, that's kind of the point of doxing, yeah?
Right. So, if Doobie was...
Why?
We're not even
Why do
engaging in
commentary
hypotheticals,
people
we're
hate
engaging in a
him?
real
What?
example. So if you
What the
had
fuck? What
doxed
do you-
him, let's say
what?
you just found his PII. You publish it to the internet.
I don't get
and
it.
let's say that he
Curse
is
of
the
Vishnu
internet
upon you.
vigilante.
What did
Curse
the
of Vishnu.
Indian people do
And then
to...
Adam Waffen finds his house and
Queen
kills him
Man.
and kills his fucking family. Aren't you partially responsible for that behavior?
You possibly could be, but
No,
do you think that it would be the
don't
same?
give
No,
me
no,
that
hold on.
bullshit.
Let me ask
You
you one
know.
more question. This is what we're
You
talking about.
know that you are.
Connor, you don't have to talk to me about this because this has been my life for the last year. You fucking
Absolutely.
retard. Okay? So, hold on. So shut the fuck up. Let's say that I were to find fucking Doobie's information, and then I found the information of his kid, and I started posting
What?
his kid's docs. Do you think that's the same thing?
No.
Thank you. Then you
Destiny
agree with me.
Chatters
Then
are
move on to another
Indians?
topic.
What the
Fucking
fuck?
retarded.
No, I won't. Because it's quite clear. So let's say that you had posted his PII and then he'd gotten swatted and his dogs had gotten shot. Or his kids had gotten injured in the thing. You're partially responsible, yeah?
Sure.
And
But
then
it's still not the same. It's
inversely,
still not the same.
inversely,
It's still not Connor.
by-
Connor. It's still not the same as posting his children's docs.
Wow, that was the argument being made, wasn't it? Guys, you remember when Connor said that, didn't you? When he said it was the same thing? That was the argument being made, right? It's just so fucking lame. It's so fucking lame. It's not good debating. He is just spazzing.
I lost.
He's just spazzing, and he just stays on the
The
attack,
road to
keeps making
silver is
accusations,
so
keeps
rough.
deflecting, and that's his only strategy. That is his only strategy.
I don't think that's even the argument.
Chat
that
Logic
you-
hates them too.
That
It's
is
very
the
weird
argument.
behavior.
He's saying
They
that
all hate each other,
it
it
is
seems,
okay
and
to
it's all very
A-log
childish.
My minor child. And that it would be.
I
fine
just
to
cannot
post
treat
my
this
clip
seriously
or my
when
clip.
getting
You have somebody that can
bombed.
give me
Well,
that-
not tonight,
Bring him
but
in here. He'll argue it.
So, we just watched a clip that's being referred to here.
Okay. We understand because, seriously, some DGG chatters were some of the dumbest motherfuckers who jumped in my
DGG
chat.
chatters or DGGs, Connor?
Like, dude, he's so fucking hurt, man, over this stupid joke. Over this stupid fucking joke. It's insane. It's just so crazy. I cannot believe it's under his skin so fucking bad. I legit, how does this make someone so angry? What opinion do you have of Indians to where this makes you so fucking enraged?
what's
We
wrong with
understand
Indians?
because,
People
seriously,
from
some
India.
DGG chatters were some of the dumbest motherfuckers who jumped in my
DGG
chat.
chatters or DGGs, Connor?
But yes,
What?
join Lucy
DGG
has a...
chatters or DGGs, Connor?
I
Do
wasn't
you
gonna say
get paid if I
cheats,
have
I'm
your
not
stream
answering
on
it.
audio only?
Okay.
Butter
Yes,
chicken and
I
fucking
do.
naan bread is fucking fire.
We love Connor. Butter chicken and naan bread. Whitest guy in the world. Whitest guy in the world.
Give me a second. DGG cheats. Jesus Christ. All right, hold up. Let me go into Discord. Let me make a new one. Destiny.
What do you mean make a new one? You can't just join this one again?
Doobie, if you can hear this, can you join
I mean,
back
naan
up?
bread and butter chicken are both really good. It's just hilarious that that's where he goes. You know? They are both really good, though.
Or can
no,
I
you
click the
removed it from the
call
group.
button again? And should I hang up and call again? I'll hang up and call again and see if that works. 1 second. Let me go here. Lost people. I want the convo. I'm not doing this whole, like, fucking, it's too sensitive to fucking talk about thing. I need to fucking go play video games and fucking jerk off. I'm not doing that. That's not
What?
happening. At here.
Well, what are you
rejoin,
talking about
please.
jerking
Oh,
off?
shit. No, I need to make a new one. I need to make a new one because I removed him from the group. Let me add Destiny.
You can
and
jerk off if
create
you
group
want, but you
message, and
don't
let
tell us about
me
your jerking
follow
off.
everybody.
Jesus
Okay, should be
Christ
good.
almighty.
All right, Doobie. So the accusation is that you are saying that A-logging Nathan and
Friendship means
doxing
nothing in
Nathan
streaming.
is greenlit
Just saying.
through Destiny's behavior. And no offense, Destiny, but I'm just going to say it.
He's gone.
Was that on purpose? No. Hello?
What does that mean for me
Okay,
to
Are you
say?
with us?
I'm here. Dewey, did you say that it was
Friendship
acceptable to
and streaming.
A-log
Ha,
my
ha,
son
ha.
and use and save the information until he's an adult to send it to somebody later on and the goal of getting him fired from a job or kicked out of school?
You know, I said the opposite.
Friendship
What
and
did you say?
streaming.
Okay, so I'll just lay it out for you. Right? And you can tell me why you disagree with this.
You got to make him answer faster, bro. I don't because he's gonna say he has
I gotta lay
to.
it-
It's
After
literally
ramp-
descriptive versus prescriptive, Steven. You used
Connor,
to be
shut
the
the fuck up.
master
You're
of this
so fucking
argumentation.
retarded.
Don't tell me
Holy
to
shit.
force him to answer the question
God,
quicker
you're
and
so
then tell me to
fucking
shut the
retarded.
fuck up. That doesn't make sense.
I'm losing my mind. It's all good.
It's all about viewership and clicks.
You don't have
Nobody
anything else
cares
to do,
about
motherfucker.
friendship.
You're gonna
Friendship
jerk
is
off
not
and beg
magic.
a titty
Okay,
chip.
revenue
I
is
have
magic.
a million other things to
whatever.
do, and jerking off and begging a titty chip would be infinitely more entertaining than listening to the same guy that was slobbering and crying about food shops being hosted by my stream at night make justifications for why guys who are spending
Like,
hours
dude,
every
Why they
Dude,
dox my
You
fucking family?
freak.
Why they should
Most
be allowed?
people don't
Why
want
they
to
should be
hang
allowed
out
on your
with pedophiles,
server?
Steven. That's a normal opinion. It's a
Brilliant. Just amazing. Just fucking amazing. It's just already peak, and it's not even started. It's just already fucking peak. You just can't beat this. You really just can't beat this.
I'm
normal
sorry.
opinion to not want to hang out with pedophiles.
Doobie is in here. I don't hang out with these people. And Doobie's in here begging girls.
Dude, I don't hang
I'm
out
sorry,
with these
but
people. Yes, you do. You go on Food Shop stream all the fucking time.
maybe
What
food
do you
shops
mean?
could not have
Yes,
made
you
certain
do.
admissions,
Girls
okay?
with fucking nudes and DMs.
Is this the commentary season finale? How could it get better?
The best is yet to come. Okay, like who was it said that? Was it fucking his name like
Oh, man,
Sydney
Jackal
something?
Liner.
The Trump bitch. The Trump bitch.
See, they sent him to
Yeah,
other guys
you
on
hung
their server.
for
He's
6
literally
years,
bragging
you
about
lucky
this, dude.
motherfucker.
You're fucking
You hung with
retarded,
Doobie
Gunner.
for 6 years.
Let him do the next one. You what?
Oh,
You
Sydney
hung out
Sweeney.
with Doobie the same as me for 6 fucking years. Don't tell me you don't hang out with these motherfuckers. That's a lie.
Hold on, to be clear, I'm not a pedophile.
That's a lie.
When do I hang out with Doobie?
Wait, hold on. To be clear, I'm not a pedophile.
Prime
Fuck you.
Time panels,
Doobie, if you're not a
Dylan
pedophile,
Burns
you're allowed to
panels,
try, okay?
fucking the entire goddamn panel scene where I met you too, by the way. Fuck out of here.
I'm sorry, are we saying hang out is when on panels together? In that case, fine. I guess I hang out with Vivian,
Our
MX Wolf,
relationship
and all
was
these
based
other
off
people
of
too.
panels for the first 3 years of our.
So it's just like they are just like having a breakup.
Dylan
Like,
Burns
it's just like
panel.
the gayest shit in the world.
Whoa!
It's just crazy. Like Connor's met this guy in real life multiple times.
Our friendship, you motherfucker. So yeah,
Okay.
don't get all fucking dismissive about the fucking
Yeah,
panel
just
scene all of a
Connor,
sudden.
everything you're saying is the most. You think that the friendship that we have
It's
right now
not.
is the same as
No,
the-
it's not. You're just
I thought
fucking
the battle
pissed
was over
off,
if I
and you know a
lost.
bunch of fucking
Yes, I am
sycophants
pissed
will
off.
jerk you
Okay.
off, and I'm not gonna do it.
Sycophants? My sycophants? You're so.
Yes.
How many?
Yes.
Doobie, I'm curious.
Like he literally can't take it, bro. He literally can't take it. Connor has just dealt with hours of sycophants making the most insane arguments to him, and he just calls it as he sees it, and that thing is fucking insane.
Doobie, if you had to guess, how many side splinter discords could I open right?
Dude, that 2 loss in 1 year might be too much for Connor.
I
Dude,
have to
put such a
learn
funny message
my
in
opponent's
chat, but I think it
movesets.
hurt Connor's feelings. I
Because I'm
said that
getting
he was like
demoted.
crashing out his chat, and I was like, I'd say you're moments away from a full Benoit, but well, and it seemed like I hurt his feelings. But I thought that was funny. I thought that was like funny.
Right now that are cheering on Connor for standing up to the evil, horrible, terrible Destiny. How many do you think I can open up right now?
That's true.
Stand up to me on something that's
no, I mean,
real.
hold on, I
Fucking
can tell
retarded. You're so fucking retarded. So
I just can't not say.
just
a joke
throwing
like
the
that.
earth
Like, maybe like a
version.
fucked up funny joke like that. I just have to say it. You know. I
don't know what's happening.
Not crazy.
Doobie, go ahead and justify why you can A-log my 15-year-old kid. Go.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll lay it out for you again. Like I
I mean, to be fair, this kid became somewhat of a public figure
Yeah, I
himself.
like edgy humor. I like dark
You don't
humor.
know what the fuck, who you're talking
He went
about.
on interviews,
right.
Fucking
didn't he?
lunatic in your community that
To
sees
explain why he
me-
wants to be a
I think-
Nazi or something?
Sure. That sees me, believes everything you say about me, and thinks that I'm trying to take you down, and thinks it's justified to attack me physically, to attack my family physically. There could be people that I have unrelated beef with, right? And I do. That might say, hey, we have Doobie's address now. Let's go fucking kill him. So I'm not saying that you personally would be doxing
You
my
know
son,
what triggered this? Go back to the start of the stream. Go back to the start of the stream.
but you doxing me, given that I live with my fucking son, would put my entire fucking family at risk. That is just a reality. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I don't accept it. I would not do that to you or your son ever. I would never support that, ever. What I'm telling you is just you need to stop creating this environment where that's going to be normalized.
Just curious, Connor. Did you hear an explanation there, or is that?
I did, and I've been linked clips where people have said his description, like what he's saying right now, is a lie. And then when I get linked the clips, he's saying the exact same thing. So,
What he has
if
said,
you want to
hold on,
show
wait,
him
wait, wait,
being a
what he has
liar,
said- what
give
he
me the
has
clip.
said-
I would love
what
it.
What he has said is that right now, based on the rules that I've created, A-logging my child would be fair game. Right, Doobie?
Correct, because you put his child at risk.
Okay, so these are morally equivalent actions in your eyes is stalking a 15-year-old child until they're 18 to burn in whatever you manage to collect to their future employer, whatever. That is the morally equivalent action to posting the name and address of somebody
and then maybe having family members that live with them. These are two things are morally equivalent to you.
If you are risking his child of homicide, why wouldn't he be allowed to A-log and dox your child?
Okay, so then just
If
to
you're
be clear,
putting his
wait,
child-
no,
Jesus.
Connor, I agree with you.
I guess
agree with
people
you.
going after
I
each
agree with
other's
you. It's
children
fair game
is
right
fair
now. If I
game now.
find the dox
In
of
the
any of
streaming
Doobie's family
world.
members, it's fair game.
I'm
for
glad
me,
I don't have
right?
kids. I
Has he
guess.
doxed you?
Jesus.
Nobody's made the argument that it's fair game to go after my family, so I should be able
Is
to
he
go after his,
being
right?
descriptive or prescriptive?
I'm being descriptive. I'm just saying, yeah, it would be, right? Like, he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
But if he's-
Descriptively,
but-
Connor.
hold on.
Dude,
I
literally, he can't even track the conversation. He was asking whether the statement in that hypothetical by Doobie was descriptive or prescriptive, or not even hypothetical, whether Doobie's statement was descriptive or prescriptive. He just tries to flip it. Just tries to flip it immediately because it's easier to argue that way.
No,
I'm just describing. Descriptive,
I
Connor.
know you know this, which is why this
Connor.
conversation is so frustrating.
Connor.
If I'm describing, because
Yeah, it's almost like he's not being honest with you, Connor. It's almost like he's like, you know, like a total piece of shit. He's not being honest with you.
you've talked about tit for tat. You've
Connor.
talked about eye for an eye.
Connor,
Right?
I'm describing right now. Connor, I'm only describing.
Excuse me?
I'm only describing. I didn't say I would do it. I didn't say I should do it. I'm just saying that if I did, he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
You don't think that's a
Oh
substantive
god.
difference?
I don't. I
never
hate
said I
this
should
butt
do it. I'm
thing.
just
Why
saying
did it
he wouldn't be able
happen?
to complain about it. Like, I could do it and I would have justification for it. That's it. I don't think I should.
So hold on. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so you
let's
agree
go
with it.
ahead.
Just agree. You don't have to- we don't have to-
Stop talking.
Oh my god.
So if Duke,
Dude, it's like so embarrassing. He behaves like a fucking child.
I mean,
Legit
he
behaves
does,
like a
true.
fucking child.
All of them are,
Just
to
totally
be honest.
spurgs out, casts aspersions, tries to flip the conversation around, and Connor says, "I'm just gonna get my point out." And he's like, "Oh my god, you really want to talk in this conversation? You really want to talk in it?" Yeah. Connor's just gonna make his point. So just shut up for a second.
he doxed you first, and he put your child at risk based off of an eye for an eye morality, you would be entitled to doxing his family and putting his family at risk. That's descriptively true. Where
The
is that
description that
wrong?
Doobie was making, was that some crazy person might find a dox to do something horrible to his family and blah, 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 blah. My
Correct.
argument would be some crazy person, and by crazy
Blah,
person, I mean
blah,
the people
blah.
that are already stalking, doxing, and harassing me and calling SWATs on my family members, they might see Doobie's argument and go, oh, Doobie's actually spitting fire here. We should actually try to SWAT and murder his fucking family. I have way more evidence on
the
my side
streaming
for this.
world is so insane.
Oh, you're retarded. Okay, that's fine. Then what's the next argument I have? That it, Doobie is making those arguments in Discord.
You can't
Yes, he is.
describe something inaccurately, declare victory, and walk away.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Connor, because that's exactly what he does.
That's not how
What do you
any
mean?
of
What
this
am I
works.
describing inaccurate? Doobie is making a description
You're
for
trying to
justifying.
move on because you
What's my
cannot.
prescription?
I'm
Okay,
not
It's
trying
like
to hold on.
every fucking time at this point. That is just what he does.
No, hold
hold
on.
on. Let me answer this directly.
Doobie.
Answer this directly. I want you to answer this directly.
Yeah.
If Doobie doxed you and put your child at risk,
I won.
would you not be descriptively entitled to doxing him and putting his children at risk?
Coming in
goal
time.
of
I'll
doxing
wait
not
to
putting
dispatch.
your
That's not an answer.
If that happens, it's collateral. Sure. If somebody
debate.
doxes somebody, I think you can dox them. Yeah, sure.
Don't
God.
it? Okay.
Guilty gear
So
is
the answer
difficult.
is yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So 6 months to a year ago, you were calling for Doobie to be doxed. He has children, and so you put his family at risk. So descriptively, he's saying you are creating a world in which it is okay for
Connor, I
him to do
understand
the
this.
same to you,
I understand.
but he's
Yes.
not going to.
He doesn't have to. He's out here in Discords doing the equivalent of calling for it. When you're out here saying, Destiny wouldn't be able to complain if people doxed his whole family because he's created the world for it, and that's the world we live in now, that's the argument.
I'm sorry, I can't do the whole recap. Okay, guys, I keep saying, if you want to get the recap, go back to the start of the stream. Destiny's mad as fuck. Okay, that's all I can give you.
He's making. If he's going to say that there's a chance that a crazy person in my community,
Thank you.
of which this
Yeah,
has
yeah,
never happened, by
I'm
the way,
trying.
is going to go and find his family members and cause damage to his family,
I'm trying
why
to
is it not the
practice.
same on his side when people have done this to my family?
Okay, so hold on. Let's go ahead and follow that. So based off of that, you're saying that he's creating the stochastic permission structure through which you can be doxed and harassed. And since you're being doxed and harassed, you have the right to dox him.
No, hold on. I don't care about me being doxed and
what you
harassed.
just
As you're
said.
proving here, I'm barely fucking human to you guys anyway, so I don't care about me. What I'm saying
You're
is
human
that
to me, you cunt. I'm
Doobie-
your fucking
What I'm
friend.
saying is that.
But
what
guess
I'm
what?
saying is that-
Your friends don't just let you
God.
do whatever the
Oh
fuck you
my
want.
God.
They call you
Dude,
out
yeah.
when you're doing something
Yeah,
stupid.
call me out. Oh my god, you guys are so entitled. It drives me fucking insane. But that's fine.
Dude, how
So entitled.
fucking crazy is that mask slip? How fucking insane is that mask slip, dude? Literally, he feels like they should be subservient to him.
True.
He feels like
You're
Connor should
so-
be subservient. That Connor is
You're
below
so
him.
entitled.
What do you mean hold me accountable? What do you mean call me out? How fucking dare you? It's just crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My question,
I'm sorry. I think
no,
you're doing something
it's really
cringe and
not-
gay. And I'm entitled because I'm saying you're doing something cringe and gay?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
you are.
fuck you. So you do want to tongue up your ass.
So yeah, dude, that's me. You totally figured it out, bro. Not the guy that's in here donating. What was it, $10,000 to streamers for the past 18 months to try to hold on to fucking friendships so they didn't go into Discords and talk about me non-fucking stop for a year? Not that guy. I'm the one who wants the special treatment. Wasn't your mod just in here earlier telling you that people like Doobie were a fucking cancer? Maybe he wants to tongue up his ass too. Who's that fucking stuck-up loser? What was his name?
Oh my
Fells?
God.
What'd you call him?
You mean to Fell Runner?
There's
Fell
so
Runner
much
likes
to
it.
learn about this
I
game.
don't know who else wants to tongue
I
up their
swear to
ass. They
God.
don't want people that are gossiping, calling them pedophiles, and
At
taking
least
part
I'm
actively in communities
kinda
that have been
struggling for
doxing,
silver
squatting, making
now.
bomb threats to his fucking family for the past 2 years. I don't know who else is like a spoiled fuck like that.
I've seen you
my- okay,
fantasize
so
driving
my
up to kids. I know, this is wild.
My simple question is how is Doobie
You're so
running around
entitled.
all these VCs, making the argument
Oh my
that,
God.
well, according
This
to Destiny,
streaming
it
world.
should be okay to A-log his child and his family members and dox them. How is that not also creating an environment where crazies can, find or think?
This is the sort of evil, guys. Like I said, evil stuff. happening
Again,
in that
all of
Snark
this is
server
so
recently.
childish. I
Quite
cannot take
evil
this
stuff
seriously.
coming out of that Snark server.
I'm sorry.
That they have some justification in doing this.
Because
During
if
this
you
disgusting
actually watch
rapist
the clips
bird.
in their entirety, immediately after he gets done saying that in descriptive nature, he says,
Listen.
I wish everybody would stop doing this shit.
I should become the biggest streamer in the space so that you can have the streamer that's not awful as a big content creator.
So we could return to what Twitch and YouTube politics was 2 years ago, where doxing was not something that we would tolerate. It was a taboo.
Which side do you think contributes to it, Connor?
Which side do I think contributes to the
What are the
normalization of
sides?
Let me ask
doxing
this-
and harassment?
Wait, what are the sides?
Let me ask you this.
I don't know
question.
what the
if
sides
I were
are.
to drop all of my aggression towards these communities, do you think that they would
Which
still continue
communities?
to dox, swat, harass, inject themselves into my life in as many ways as possible?
Dude, him being aggressive isn't stopping it either, because he's not even
What are you
targeting the
talking
people that are
about?
doing it. I'm not out of doxing. I'm not out of swatting. I'm not out of harassing. I tell other people not to, and I enforce that in my community. But when he does it, other actors get emboldened to retaliate. You can just see that. You can just see that when he starts going crazy, the crazies that already hate him on the periphery, they activate. And what can anyone else do about that? What can I do about that? Nothing. It's not me doing it. It's not my community doing it. I can't do shit about it. If anything like that ever happens, I deal with it. So what the fuck can be done?
I think, yes.
Okay, and if they were to stop, do you think
I know what can be done. He just wants people to stop talking about him, stop covering him. That's what's really happening.
that I would be for months, years after, be like, guys, we still got to go after Doobie. We got to get this guy. We got to fight. Do you think that I would continue on
No.
if they were to stop? Okay, so it's them. I don't know why you're making this a both sides thing. It's them. You understand? this.
Because
Who are
I can
they?
articulate
Who are
this.
they?
Because you are engaged in total warfare. You are going scorched
Total
earth.
warfare?
If we were to analogize
What is this,
to
The Boys?
Vietnam, you are dropping fucking napalm.
Scorched
You're
earth?
burning thatched houses. You're executing civilians
taking
who are
temporary
sympathetic
V?
to the
Doobie,
fucking Viet Cong.
hold on. What is the most scorched earth thing that I've done?
Doxing esports
You
back.
took Temp V and, I don't know, lasered his bum. Scorcher.
And
I
doxing
wish
Wicked
I
Supreme.
lived. I wish I lived.
and
through-
calling for myself
I
in the
wish.
podcast place.
And
I
calling
wish
for his
I
docs.
lived. I wish I lived in a world where that was like the scorched earth, because holy fuck, that sounds like heaven to me.
Is that
I can't
morally
even
justified?
believe. I'm not talking about morally
Heaven and
justified. I'm
earth.
just saying that your portrayal
Heaven
of
and hell.
this is
Let's
scorched
rock.
earth. When I have a community of people who are weaponizing mentally ill women to try to destroy my fucking life in court, when I got people calling bomb threats in on
Weaponizing mentally ill women to destroy his life in court. Hold on to that thought, first of all, guys. Hold on to that thought. So Destiny acknowledges a lot of the women he sleeps with are mentally ill. Now, let's just address
Oh my
that
God.
as it stands, though. How the fuck is anyone doing that? You wronged a woman in a way that is potentially actionable, and she's suing you. And, even if people are giving her information to assist her in that, what's the problem with that? Seriously, explain that. That's not someone doing something wrong to you. If there is an actionable
Weaponizing.
suit against you, and
Oof.
someone say JStalk has relevant information and passes it along to Pixie, what's the problem? Please explain the wrong there.
On my apartment, my parents' apartment, you're like, the worst thing ever, Destiny, you're going scorched earth because you doxed
Jesus
the most
Christ.
active members of these communities, Destiny, that's fucking scorched earth. By the way, just curious, what has happened to any of these people? Have any of them been swatted? Has anybody showed up at any of their places of work? Has anybody sued any of these people? Has anything happened to any of these people at all?
I'll ask you a question. Was it moral or just to do what you did?
Yeah, I would say.
Pressed based off how crazy his lisp is.
Thank you for the $5. Huge appreciate it. Thank you.
So yeah, self-defense and accountability.
Wait.
If Doobie doesn't like the idea,
It
if
is
Doobie doesn't like the idea,
self-defense.
if
Hold on.
Doobie doesn't like the
We're
idea
gonna make this-
that him running around saying insane shit about me 24/7 all this time, if he thinks that his real life name being
What are
attached
the
to that
insane things?
would make him act significantly different, maybe he should reconsider the things that he says or does. The reason why when I post stuff, I post it on my name in my chat under my account is because I will take accountability for the things that I say. Easy, full stop. You know my full name. You know my.
See, this
I
is
had
just
a-
like total.
I had a
delusional
feeling I
pride, because he will never
struggle
accept
against this
consequence,
character.
and he will always
I
lie
don't
about
know his
details to try and
moveset at
exonerate
all.
himself. So you can say, oh, I do it under my account, I take accountability. No, you lie to try and exonerate yourself, and you refuse any consequence. So no, that's not taking accountability, you fucking idiot.
Fucking address because Pixie loves to fucking come all over it every 2 weeks at a court filing. So if you want to talk to me or do anything to me, you can show up to my fucking apartment. Laura De La Guna gave you the fucking floor to take the elevator up on. Meanwhile, Doobie wants to run around and talk the weirdest fucking pedo shit about me 24/7 while he's jumping
Pedo
off all
shit?
those mountains of child porn that he claims he's hoarding for the FBI. He wants to talk to me every single day and he's like, well, I think that I should be able to do this anonymously and nobody should know about him. And if people even knew my name, they would come into my family. Maybe that's an indictment on his behavior more than mine.
Okay. Let's go for Wicked. So let's ignore Doobie for a second. Esports
Who's
Batman
Wicked Supreme?
gave legal consultation to JStock, one of your principled haters in the nexus
Principled
of your, whatever you want to call it, your fucking haters, your snarkers. So,
Snarkers.
in your mind, doxing him was justified.
When you say legal consult, what do you mean?
Wasn't his crime or alleged crime giving legalistic feedback to JStock in reference to your court case?
Wow, terrible.
Esports Batman credentials himself as a lawyer and is literally creating a permission structure in their Discord for a way through which they can misinterpret or whatever interpret, however you want to call it, every fucking court filing I have. He's like their on-call legal guy. Anytime you hear Doobie or any other fucking retard, they're like, oh, well, lawyers have told me this. They're talking about Esports Batman. I think that if you're going to put your credentials out there, if somebody thinks that I think that Kafka coming on as the legal person on Destiny stream and this is who he is or whatever, I think it's fair. There's a reason why, by the way, most lawyers are really reluctant to show up and like give a whole bunch of legal advice or give a whole bunch of stuff on fucking streams or YouTubes because when you credential yourself, that's kind of a thing. But I will say there is a substantial difference between Kafka coming on and talking about like random
Who's
fucking
Kafka?
Supreme Court rulings or else, and Esports Batman being the personal on-call snarker lawyer to give all the bullshit interpretations of all the legal shit in the same servers where people are reaching out to and harassing witnesses in
The
my case.
snarker
I think
lawyer.
those are substantially different. I know you're going to treat him the same. Go ahead.
I'm going someplace. So Kafka has talked about your court case on stream, right?
Sure.
Okay. So since he's giving you feedback in reference to your
Yes,
court
it's the
case,
exact same, Connor. Yes, you're a genius. Yes.
So
The
okay,
exact same
so he
feedback,
should
Connor.
he
Yes.
should be doxxed, right? Because he's
Yes, Connor,
enabling
it's
the
the exact
infinite
same
rape
thing.
machine.
If I found out that Kafka was in a server where they were trying to reach out
I don't
to
want you to
and
change it. I
harass-
want you to answer the question.
I'm not changing it. I'm making it one-to-one. I'm not watering it down like your dumbass just did. If Kafka was in a Discord server where people were reaching out to and harassing family and friends of Jay,
No, I'm not giving you a general rule. Actually, I'm going to drill down into this one specific situation and try and intuition pump it as hard as possible so that you're just immediately convinced or that it feels optically bad to defend against it. Okay, nice one, retard. No one sees what you're doing here. Literally, I'm fucking 12 years old and Indian and have no idea what you're doing here.
What Indian? What the fuck?
Bringing the case, and Kafka's in the back there saying like, "Oh, well, look at these legal filings. Yeah, I think this is actually fine, and I think actually this is totally permissible." Blah blah blah. And fucking Jessica doxed Kafka and be like, "Oh fuck it, Kafka. What the fuck do you think would happen, dipshit? I'm the king of fuck around and find out. When the fuck have I ever looked at a situation like that and be like, wow, I can't believe this guy did this thing."
The king of fuck around and find out until you're getting sued for sharing non-consensual images and videos. Fucking idiot. Like, what the fuck are you talking
Fucking
about?
retarded. Of course I would understand it.
Oh,
But for you to
God.
compare Kafka coming onto my public stream and like talking sometimes, and now more towards the end of the beginning about court filings, and to say that that's the same as esports Batman, who exists at a server where they are reaching out to and harassing fucking witnesses in my case, and he's sitting there creating the permission structure for it by credentialing himself as a lawyer and then giving retarded feedback on every
man.
fucking court
I
filing.
almost
You're
want
fucking
to.
retarded. But I know in your mind you're gonna find a way to make that equivalent. That's fine.
Well, okay, so hold on. So you've acknowledged descriptively, while adding 10,000
Descriptively,
fucking
descriptively.
qualifiers, that Kafka is coming on in order to.
Wait,
talk
hold on,
with
wait,
you
real
about
quick,
your
real
court
quick.
case.
You can acknowledge, just real quick, all the 10,000 fucking qualifiers added, those are all the ones that apply to esports Batman, right?
That okay.
That
the-
he lives
the
in a
ones that-
Discord server where people are harassing witnesses.
Connor, recite to me the 600 different qualifiers I just added to this, that you can answer this question honestly.
In my case, and then he's giving
and
legal
we're talking about
interpretation.
Saiba there, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to go down this because then I have to
Can
bring
you
up
believe
your-
he was in a Discord with someone that I feel did something wrong? Yep. No one cares, man. Literally no one gives a fuck. The idea that you should be held accountable for every user in a Discord server you participate in is beyond retarded. And again, Destiny knows this. Let's just sneak this in quickly. Destiny knows this is a retarded standard.
I was playing.
Right.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch.
I can't really.
On website zero accusations were like, wow, we've spent
Fuck me. Come on.
Oh yeah, we're having fun.
Really comment on that. I do know that. I mean, I feel
I
like it's kind
always
of
have
hypocritical to be blaming him for being part of a forum, right?
Oh, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Really? Blaming him for being part of a threat that is engaged in so much harassment that my fucking mother's address was leaked and they went after my family. How fucking discourse brained are you that this is actually something that you would say? Holy.
So I'm not trying to get
it's
into
so
it
rough.
or anything like
You're
that.
careful.
Actually be a fucking person.
Right. I've expressed to you that I don't approve of doxing, and I don't.
He's in your chat.
Yes, he's
Tell
in my
him you
chat.
don't approve of him being in Kiwi Farms.
He knows that I don't approve of doxing, but Kiwi Farms is
But you're like
separate from
okay
that.
with it. So, but you're okay with people who engage in that in your community because he's there right now.
I mean, I don't think people in my community engage in that. Nobody in my community is doxing.
Is Flamenco not part of your community? Is he not in your chat just like you said?
He's a much bigger. He has a much bigger community.
Did
than
she
I
call her a fucking cunt at the end of this? I don't remember or not.
do. We had this platforming discussion 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, the platforming discussion. He's in your fucking chat. You're not doing anything. You don't care. This is just
But
content to you.
unless you have screenshots, I'm willing to ban him if you have screenshots of him posting docs. But
he didn't post docs. He engaged in the fucking thread. He engaged in a
but
group harassment
just because
campaign.
people, just
How are
because
you
people
so
hate.
Remember when this was a standard, guys? How is this not just what Destiny is doing right now? How is Destiny not just Careful's in this clip? I challenge any DJ to explain how this is not perfectly analogous. How this is not just Destiny now.
He didn't post docs. He engaged in the fucking thread. He engaged in a
but
group harassment
because
campaign.
people- just
How are
because
you
people
so
hate
fucking
me-
stupid
right,
that
just-
you can't see that this is the
Okay,
issue?
just one
The issue
second,
is that
one
he
second.
engaged in a group.
So again, just because
Yes.
people hate on me, right, and then I can
Yes.
say the same thing about when
So
people have been
Destiny's
directed hate
Careful's
towards
now?
me. Just because they've engaged in it doesn't mean they're also responsible for every single thing that happens as a result of that hate.
He's part of the
$5.
group that is responsible directly.
Just start playing the piano, Stevie.
He directly encouraged it. I've seen the shit he said about me. I've seen his fucking like cozy stream where he uses memes that use content from the fucking thread. How is he not culpable here?
What kind of content does he use from the thread?
Oh, shut the fuck up. You want me to like pull up the Nazi site and look over his memes?
I mean, I don't. The reason why I'm asking is because I don't know. I haven't paid attention to
You
that.
don't know.
I came here to talk about you and me, not about him.
This is why I'm mad. Because you have no morals, you have no principles. You're willing to just stand by people who engage in group harassment on a forum that multiple trans
We
people
need to look up
have
some
plenty
group
of group
combos
harassment, plenty
because
of
if
other
I don't
people.
do
Group
combos,
harassment?
I'll
Yeah,
be in
that's what I
trouble.
have.
Do you have anyone who has to fucking lock their door at night because they're scared because they get fucking like hate mail directed to
I-
them?
I've
They're
said that
associated
that's
with me?
not right. I've said that
Okay,
that's
this
not
is
right.
just weird. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you always lock your door. In Poland, just no way.
This is
You just always
literally-
lock your
it is
door.
1-to-1.
It's just
It is
normal to lock your door.
1-to-1.
What do you mean?
It's
Imagine not
fucking
locking your
But
door
two-
at
but
night.
But you
But
won't
two
do
wrongs
anything.
What do you
don't- don't
mean?
make a right.
In your community, who you interact with, who you call
Why would you
friends,
not
because
lock
you're
your
a
door
fucking
at
snake.
night?
But I need
Ever.
screenshots of him actually posting
All
docs.
right, I'll get all of those. He didn't post the fucking docs. He engaged in group harassment.
If he encouraged
He
like,
encouraged other people by engaging in group. Do you know what group harassment is? You have more than 2 fucking brain cells? Jesus, Stardust.
I know, I understand what group harassment is. I've had people on Cozy direct their entire followings to come hate raid me, so I understand what that is. But I I still need to see like more than somebody just participating and being, you know,
I don't remember how long
towards
this is.
somebody, right? Like,
In a fucking thread, in the same thread,
I think
on
she
a
calls her a
site made for
fucking
harassment
Thank you for the membership. Thank you.
Thanks
that
out,
multiple
right?
people have killed themselves over. Are you fucking? How stupid are you? Like, how
How
do you?
made a spreadsheet of content creators who are all smaller than you that you wanted to?
Melina was
Anyway,
on
you
that.
get the point here, man. It's totally one-to-one. It's totally analogous. There's literally no way around it. He's just totally betrayed.
Like, how would you-
Because he's a fucking self-victimizing loser.
Equivalent, and then you have to tell me how it's not equivalent.
And I feel vindicated. I feel incredibly vindicated in my assessment. I've always said, you know, the careful shit is what totally put me off this guy, because he acted like he was really gonna go for it, go hell for leather, try and fix/prevent the damage Keffels was doing, and then he backed off because, oh, stop talking about me, stop talking about me. And what do you see? What do you see now? He never cared about any of it. He never believed any of it. It was just to get to stop talking about him.
What's my equivalent? Sure, what's
distracting
my
from
equivalent?
point. Wouldn't it be attempting to dox Rose
What?
after your
Hold on.
homemade
Why did I-
pornography?
hold on.
I'll
Why did I-
articulate it.
hold on.
You
No, no,
said
no, no,
what
no,
with
no,
an
no, no,
exclamation point and a question mark. I would like the opportunity to explain.
I know. I understand what you're saying. I just have to catch up sometimes. I don't know how mind raped you are by the fucking retards in your fucking DMs, okay? So I understand what you're saying now.
There's
My
nobody
question
in
to you
my
is,
fucking
I under-
DMs.
Dude,
You
it's
think
every conversation he's doing this now. Every conversation. No one's DMing, bro. No one's DMing. I literally DM'd Connor, like, what did I DM Connor? I literally DM'd him, you gotta postpone until tomorrow, that's fine. And please stop lumping me in with people who go after his kid. I don't do that shit. That's what I said. That's what I said to Connor in DMs about this entire thing. I don't think anyone else was DMing Connor, as far as I know.
You are fully raped, Connor.
Well, I mean, they could have been. I shouldn't even stake anything on that. They very well could have been. But I mean, he's saying they're not.
I'm sorry, Connor, you are, Connor, you're fully raped. Connor, you are. I'm sorry. So let me just,
Right.
I know exactly what you're saying. You're saying that, didn't Destiny dox Rose, right? Why did I dox Rose? Why did I want to find out who Rose was?
because she leaked your homemade pornography to the internet.
Do you think it's fair for me to want to know who that person is?
Yes.
Do you think that that is at all?
And obviously that requires you putting out a public bounty to Kiwi Farms to find her and then free scrolling the Kiwi Farms post about her on stream, doesn't it?
Only the best and bravest people ride or die for DGG now. Who are they again? Same people who like Tecton and the Quartering?
Thank you for the 50 Swedish krona. Huge appreciate this guy, thank you.
Well, equivalent to them reaching out and harassing a person because they're trying to fucking out me as a pedophile in a fucking court case that she doesn't want to be involved in?
Okay, hold on. We're going to do an experiment in empathy, and you need to slow down a little bit, okay? So, do you think that people could
Empathy and
earnestly
destiny? No.
hate you for the way that you've conducted yourself on the internet for the past 3 to 5 years?
That has nothing to do with this, and I'm not answering
Yes,
such a
it
broadly
does.
retarded fucking question.
100%
Give me-
does.
Dude, it's so funny, man.
What the fuck does that have to do with what we're talking about here?
Because
Actually,
it's
you
the
know what?
motivations
You know what?
of the people.
No,
it's the
actually,
motivations of the people
hold
that
on.
you're talking about.
No, I would say no, Connor. No, there is no reason. No. Give me one.
Sorry,
Give me one, you fat fuck. Tell me one. Give me one fucking.
Dude, he's literally about to cry, man. It's fucking crazy. I have nothing to say, but it's fucking crazy. He has lost it. This guy has totally lost it.
What the fuck does that have to do with what we're talking about here?
Because
Actually,
it's
you
the
know what?
motivations
You know
of the people.
what? No,
it's the
actually,
motivations of the people
hold
that
on.
you're talking about.
No, I would say no, Connor. No, there is no reason. No.
What the hell?
Give me one.
Sorry,
Give me one, you fat fuck. Tell me one. Give me one.
So crazy. Genuinely, the worst I have ever seen this guy. And he's had some
What
bad
the
fucking
hell?
moments. This is the worst I've ever seen this guy.
Fucking reason.
Did you
Tell
call
me
me a fat fuck? You haven't lifted
I
a weight
did.
in
I
5
did.
goddamn years, you piece of shit. Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Calling
That's why
me
I'm telling
fat.
you you're a fat fuck. If you
Calling
walked
me
next to
fat.
me, your
Fuck
gravity
you.
would kill me. I wouldn't be able to withstand the pressure, Connor. Tell me
That's
right now.
funny.
What is one valid reason
I'm gonna
why
so
these people
vote
could hate
Trump
me
in
for my behavior in the past
2028.
5 years? Tell me.
Well, hold on. I'll give you the general reasons for why people hate you.
I know.
Number one.
motherfucker. I don't
You
want the
asked. I'm
general
going to answer.
reason.
You asked. I'm going to
Oh
answer.
my
You
God.
asked. I'm going to answer.
The king
So how about
of
that? How about that
evasion.
time? How about that time that you posted a Minecraft character destroying a holy site in Islam? Do you think you got a few death threats from
I
that?
didn't know Gisticle was fucking Muslim. That would explain so
No,
much.
no,
My
no,
bad.
no.
Oh, you
Don't
got me.
isolate.
Oh my
Don't
God.
isolate.
Oh
I
my
asked
God.
you a question. Don't isolate.
Thank you for the 4.99, little Florida shit. Thank you. Huge appreciate it. Thank you.
I asked you a question. Do you think that people could earnestly fucking hate you and want you dead on the internet? And then you
I know, I'm doing
sarcastically
the
said
zoom
no.
out to the every fucking thing. My bad. Yeah, sure. Go
Well,
ahead, Connor.
if you already know your chronology of sins, then you already know there's 10,000 reasons why people could earnestly fucking hate you and want you dead.
None of that has anything to do with this situation at all.
So hold on. You think J-Stock, Queeman, Esports Batman, they all hate you for delusional or non-serious reasons?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's why when I asked you for one, the only thing you could name was the fucking
Lucia,
combo
fighting against
Minecraft shit.
Lucy.
Because even you know that's
you
fucking
don't think that
You're
they
right,
could,
Connor.
dude,
You're
I
mind
could
raped.
come up
I'm
with a
sorry, you
dozen
are.
reasons to hate you off the top of
Give me
my
one.
head.
Give me one. Give me one from their
Mind
perspective.
rape.
Go. Just
Well,
one.
they think that
Yo, thank you for the 50 Swedish krona. Huge appreciate. Thank you.
you fucking
hundreds.
use your sexual power and clout and influence and money in
Sexual
order
power?
to rape mentally retarded women.
Give me one example.
Anavar.
Anavar reached out to me. Anavar wanted to meet me.
Is she
Anavar's talked to me
retarded?
for 2 or 3 years. Is she more or less retarded than Cherry?
Cherry's also retarded. That's not a good point.
Didn't Justical fly her out to Canada?
So this is like a beyond retarded point.
What the fuck?
This is really fucking stupid. It's not just about sleeping with mentally ill women, obviously. If you couldn't if sleeping with mentally ill women was rape, consensual sex would be impossible. Everyone, please clap. Please clap. Please laugh. Okay. The point with Anna is that she had severe OCD, specifically focused on how she was perceived online. And Destiny exploited that deliberately. Patriarchally on his back. He exploited that deliberately, and that's shown in the logs. He says she's freaking the fuck out about how she's perceived, and he says, maybe I'll sort that out later, but for now, let's just keep rubbing your legs and feet. It's just like, it's so depraved. And the guy threatened to revenge porn her if she leaked sexual details about him, meaning leaked sex that showed they were still having a relationship while he was smearing her as a stalker on his stream. That's what he meant by that. So this guy literally mistreated this woman in some of the most just like retarded, depraved ways that you can online, at least. You know, obviously he didn't literally rape her, you know, but he did treat her in a fucking horrendous way and utilize his platform, his audience to do so.
Commit her for
I mean,
3
that is
days,
true. The
continue
Anna
to bring
thing
her
was
on
pretty
the stream
bad.
to milk her and farm her for fucking content?
She's
While she's
retarded.
trying to fucking kill herself? Hold on. So how the fuck could there be any hatred of me when I hooked up with this girl one time, by the way, when she pursued me over and over and over and over and over and over again, by the way, when there's not a single example of me leveraging our power dynamics to do anything to her, by the way? How
Okay,
the fuck is that
hold
possible?
on. Let's isolate this variable. Let's isolate this variable. Do you think? Hold on. Sorry, I want to isolate this variable because I think Steven needs to hear this.
It's crazy that all these people
sorry.
hate him or at point
You
time
need to
frames.
do this, Steven.
Or do you not think that people could rightfully criticize you for repeatedly engaging with mentally ill women?
Repeatedly engaging with mentally ill women. If your first go-to example is Anna Voir, I just want to tell you, buddy, in the real world, I know you've been mind-rotted by this online shit. Apparently, I'm the only one that's fucking touched grass before. Nobody would give a fuck about a 30-year-old woman hooking up with a 32-year-old guy who goes online to talk about him obsessively for the next fucking year and say, wow, that guy is a horrible, evil fucking person.
So the answer is no. You actually you just so you actually don't think it's a valid criticism to say Steven has used money, power, clout, and influence in order to routinely engage in promiscuous behavior with mentally ill women.
No, if you
Okay, I
honestly
believe
believe
that.
that,
I
you're
think
my
it's a
friend.
fair
Okay,
criticism.
that's fine, Connor.
And I think he was being dishonest about the Anna thing. He called her an obsessive stalker while having sexual relationship with her behind the scenes.
Sorry,
Now that's just crazy.
Thank you for the 999. Huge appreciate to you by the time you had. Huge appreciate. Thanks so much.
This is probably done.
Let's run this back around.
Actually,
Nobody would give a fuck about a 30-year-old woman hooking up with a 32-year-old guy who goes online to talk about him obsessively for the next fucking year.
If you showed someone in the real world all the evidence of the Anna situation, they would be like, wow, this guy's a total piece of shit.
Yeah,
Anyone would
that's
say
true.
that. If you don't think that, it's probably because you've been psyoped and don't know all the information. Because the way he treated her was fucking absurd.
And say, wow, that guy is a horrible, evil fucking person.
So the answer is no. You actually you actually don't think it's a valid criticism to say Steven has used money, power, clout, and influence in order to routinely engage in promiscuous behavior with mentally ill women.
No, if you honestly
I
believe that, you're a mind rape. Okay, that's fine, Connor.
You think how I treat Anna's bad? You should see what my audience have been doing to monitor lizards.
other final
believed
points you
that.
want to go? No, Connor.
I believe that since one. Dude, I believe that since I've known you.
You can believe that. That's fine. Are there any other things you want to go over? Because this is probably done.
Okay. Well, no. If you gotta fucking go, dude. I'm not doing this thing.
Good luck.
I'm not doing this thing where you pretend. Yeah. See, this is so fucking.
So wait, hold on.
gay.
I didn't even get to talk.
So
Did you run away
gay.
from me?
No. This is gay. In DGG, take this fucking clip. Take it back to your fucking dad. He wants to go jerk off and fucking watch video games. He wants to go fucking.
So guys,
half-ass
total spaz out. He does come back. He does come back, guys. He does come back.
Bullshit. He wants to go half-ass, do fucking tepid fucking commentary. Get the fuck out of here.
What is going on?
He doesn't have anything better to do. He has nothing better to do.
Now I don't know when
But yes,
exactly
the
it
Anna voice
happens, but
situation was
basically he
done.
ends up at some point. I think it is around here. He like loses.
Because he kept saying
mind
that
in DGG chat.
she was
We have
an
to answer
obsessive
the logs.
stalker while
And
having.
he ends up blocking
things
Connor's
with her.
embed. You know, on DGG you can embed streams. He ends up changing it so that you can't embed Connor's stream. Yeah, so he asks, how do I ban embeds? And then this happens. Thank you for the 50 sec, thank you.
All normal men has had SBPDGF or had a friend disappear because of one. No one who has seen this want it again. Also respect for Connor. He grew.
Huge appreciate, thank you. And he's like, spazzing, that's not a sweep, that's being principled, yeah, because you're sweeping for something that was fucking true. I'm not a pedophile, rapist, abuser. It's just like, I mean, you've engaged in sexual acts that people could not consent to. Namely, recording people without consent. Cherry, well, allegedly, okay, but there's not really any, you know, the idea there's a reasonable fucking doubt in that. I'm very skeptical of any other explanation other than it's non-consensual. Maybe Cherry, numerous grinder, hookups. So that's what people are saying there. You did retain CSAM and you have described some 15-year-olds as being really fucking hot. That's something you've said. If you prefer hebephile, whatever, man. And abuse it, you have, like I said, you have abused women. You have abused women. You have abused women.
That's true.
Now, would I say that if someone's calling Destiny a pedophile, rapist, abuser, they're being like honest or accurate? No, that's not honest or accurate. But having criticisms along these lines actually isn't crazy. There's actually a lot of evidence for that. It's a totally there's a very reasonable
This person
interpretation
just destroyed me.
on these lines.
I had no
it's just
chance.
the case. It just is.
Get the fuck out of here. Plus, that was the weakest shit. That was the weakest shit that's ever fucking happened. Fuck.
Wait, he said
that.
he wanted me in here to talk to me and confront me. Like, I didn't even get to talk. Like, I'm more than willing to talk to the guy if he's not running away. Like,
well, next time.
If he wants to come back, I'm here.
Okay, Destiny. Yeah,
Wait, just real quick. Doobie, why were you denying a few nights ago that Wick was doxxed in that server by somebody posting his
I
dox?
wasn't.
And what...
Wick, you can verify this.
Okay,
what I
Wick,
said
by the way, Wick, can you check your DMs and verify what I just said? Does it look like I'm lying about the characterization of those messages?
This is what all this retard shit is built on. Doobie says he doesn't think Wick was doxed in there because he hadn't seen it, and that becomes a lie. That's all he's doing every time.
Give me a second. Yeah, you said most of the claims in that stream were total lies. I don't think any of these people are doxers or whatever. I'm in that Snark Left server. It's absolutely not a doxing server.
Well, I didn't want to read them out loud, but yeah, because yeah, now Doobie will. This guy's fucked. But yeah, so Doobie, you were.
I've been saying that in public. Yeah, what are you talking about? I just repeated all that. That when I was there, I didn't say any of that shit. And when you guys made the claim to Wick that he was doxed,
Wait,
stop.
Continue reading.
I
Wick,
DM'd
continue
Wick.
reading.
Hold on.
Wick, continue reading.
Didn't I DM you?
No.
Didn't I DM you the moment that they said this?
Okay, so
that last message is that one user was banned. It was from the PV filing last September that
I need
Hassan showed on
combos.
stream.
I really desperately need to learn
Was that what was
combos.
posted in that
Yeah,
server?
that's my current understanding. Yes, and I
What
told
do you
Wick
mean?
that too.
No, no.
If I learn combos, I'll
what I
be
saw was
closer
not the
to
PV
actual silver
Oh,
level.
then I don't know. So again,
Hey,
my understanding
crazy.
is.
Hey, wait, hold on. Wait. Can we get
Please
Connor the
stop talking.
dipshit in here to talk about
Stop
how
talking.
another
Stop talking.
inconvenient,
Let me respond to Wick.
mistruth
Let me
that
respond
you
to Wick.
got another
Oh my God,
mistruth there that
please.
was just an accident?
Please stop
what
talking.
I saw was not.
Please stop talking.
Thank you for the 149. Huge appreciate it. Thank you.
Now
Okay,
it's very
listen,
likely that they got it from there.
I'm still upset that you
so
called
wait.
me fucking fat, even though you don't lift weights. I'm still upset about that.
So Wick, again, I haven't seen it. So I obviously haven't seen the image. I know that it was like I know which user it was. I don't know if you want me to say that. But this is according to them. I haven't seen any of it, right? So like, but you can verify that when they said this, I
Why
messaged
the
you.
fuck are you defending it?
Hold on, what I was defending
If you
is what
haven't
I've
seen any of
seen. Wait, hold on. So Destiny,
You weren't in the
can you tell me
server, you
right
said you
now,
haven't seen it.
Destiny, can you tell me right now that nobody has ever posted dox shit in your server?
I wouldn't defend it if somebody had.
hold on. What I was defending is what I've seen the server to be and what I've seen allowed in the server.
Oh my
I
God.
have not seen this allowed.
Doobie wasn't defending it. Doobie didn't defend the doxing at all. At all. Obviously, you would defend the characterization of your server as a doxing server, though, wouldn't you? Because it's not about whether a piece of PII gets posted. It's about
This
how
is
it's handled
crazy.
when it happens.
I might
The
struggle
server.
now.
It is not a doxing server. It is a fucking clipping server. So it's true that about a year ago, someone posted something that they shouldn't have. I don't agree with that.
Keep filibustering.
You're
keep
okay. You're
filibustering,
interrupting
keep
me. I'm trying to
filibustering,
fucking respond,
keep
you dumb
filibustering,
bitch.
filibuster,
Let me
okay.
respond.
I thought that filibustering was a political technique.
Keep going, Doobie.
Go ahead.
And
Wick, just to be clear, that's what Doobie said
Here
in
he
that
goes
game was
again.
wrong.
Wick,
to,
please let me clarify
I
what
thought filibustering was a
Can we go
thing
one at a
to
time?
postpone voting on a
Let me
thing.
start with you. Destiny is correct that what you said in those things was incorrect. It was wrong. It was wrong. Now, I will agree with Doobie. When it happened on stream, Doobie did DM me and said, I would never dox you. If you want me to, if you show me it, I will find the people who did it and get it removed and all that.
And then,
That's
Wick,
what
I
he
understand, even you, Wick, and I love you. I know you're all mind raped, and I blame myself for this largely, okay? But Doobie, or I'm sorry, Wick, you understand that when he says that, he's just trying to find the leak, right?
I understand.
No,
Like,
what-
when he goes through and he says, Wick, if you tell me exactly where that came from, because you see how all these guys have been squirming around.
Just total nonsense. Literally total nonsense.
said the whole time
so
here,
ridiculous.
saying that I am much
What?
more.
I blame
loyal
myself.
to you because you
I understand.
Told me the
I
truth
understand.
And
I
you
blame
lied
myself.
to me.
I know.
Or
I'm
was
just saying
grossly
that
wrong. One of
when
the two.
Doobie says
Yeah.
that, they're just trying to find the leak,
I
right?
understand.
That's ridiculous.
So,
That is
so
ridiculous.
For, Doobie, for the lie that Doobie is trying to spin right now in person, and again, the reason why most of these pedophile fucks won't talk to me is because they can't spin these lies in person because they're lying so much. What Doobie just said was he didn't know what it was exactly. Now, I think personally, I think that would be fair. That's not what Doobie said in that DM, though, was it? Doobie didn't say, well, I don't know what was posted. I don't know. Doobie lied and said, that was just when Hassan posted his PV stuff, blah, blah, blah. How the fuck would he even know that unless he's seen something himself? And if he hadn't seen the actual docs, which, Wick, you yourself say he hasn't,
God, I
it means he got
struggle.
the talking point mentally fucked into his small
talking
fucking
point.
brain by
I
Gisticle
need
or
combos.
Ryle Kittenhouse or fucking any of these other fucking losers. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, so he's on this
I
delusional
just want
manic
to
plan
be
again.
clear.
Wick, I'd like to
what I
respond.
said, what I said was that what I saw was not the PV doc. And
Okay.
yes, in the DMs I was sent, or the messages I was sent, I don't know if they're DMs, Doobie did say that it was. Now, whether he lied or he was just grossly wrong, I can't say against it.
Yeah,
Where
okay.
did you
Grossly wrong, because he assumed that it was the,
Oh my
the
God,
most
I'm being
well-known
roasted.
docs. Also, I'm not gonna lie, like, Wick keeps referring to it as his, he keeps confirming it as his docs, and telling people where to find it. At what point are you just linking them? At what point have you just linked them?
Please,
the PP
let me
docs.
respond. Let me respond. Let me respond. That's fine. So, Wick, to be clear, when I messed this up, so Wick, when they sent this to you, I asked you what it was, where it was, or who said it, so that I could try to find their history on the server to figure out if it was in there, if the user was in there, etc. Right? Or if I think I asked you which server.
It's just so transparent. They actually don't really give a fuck, and they're just weaponizing it.
Because we know that the leaks, quote unquote, are coming from that server.
Not responsive. Not
Right,
responsive.
Rick, that's fine. That's fine.
Why
Wick.
did you say it was the PV
Wick,
docs?
please stop.
Doobie,
Please stop.
Why did you say it was the PV docs?
Because that's what I thought. I'm not
That's
aware of
what you
any
thought. Why'd you
docs.
think
Please
that?
stop
Why'd you think
talking.
that?
Stop talking. I can tell you why. Okay? Because my understanding is that that's the only time Wix information has ever been put out. I'm not aware of meeting docs any other time ever. So when when I was told,
you decided to put
please
your reputation out there as
please
the runner of
Yeah, you know what how this could have been handled? If someone thought Wick had been doxxed in a server, they
Just
approached
switch
someone.
ups. This person knows what.
Hopefully they have
This person
some
knows
trust in,
what
or
they're
that they
doing.
think they should have trust in, according to the server. Report it and see whether action gets taken. If action's not taken, then obviously that's a big problem. But that would be the way to handle it, to minimize exposure. But no, they don't care about minimizing exposure. They don't care about the actual thing. It's just a thing to weaponize. They want to drag everyone into the same fucking mud.
the largest,
Please
apparently,
stop. Please
CSAM
stop.
collecting Discord on the internet.
Please stop
You
talking.
decided to
Stop
lend
this
your
stupid
reputation to
filibuster.
defend these people.
I know you're really
by
afraid
claiming
of
that it
what I'm
was
going to say.
a dox that
Please
was
stop
unrelated.
talking.
I'm
I'm not
just
listening to
curious,
anything you're
was
saying
that
right
even-
now.
was that
Okay,
even
what is a
random?
filibuster?
And then I'm
I
gonna
thought
respond.
filibuster was a
I'm not gonna
technique.
listen to any of this random
used
shit
in-
you're fucking saying right
Keep
now.
rambling. Keep
Okay.
rambling.
What
Okay, thank you.
is
So Wick,
uh,
what I think with the wording, and Wick, I'm
filibuster?
totally fine with you showing those DMs, like if you want to, like so you can see, people can see exactly what I fucking said, right? So or any of our DMs, like I don't have anything to hide in there. So, what I said is I haven't seen them post anything near doxing there. When you come up, it's typically memes about eating noodles or some shit. I wouldn't
Yeah,
tolerate
it's
people
like
doxing me.
a
And I
parliamentary
said, just figure out where it came from
procedure
if you want to know, right? Because at that point,
stall a
they
vote.
were talking about it in the server, and they figured out that it was like posted in last September, right? And I thought it was a PV dox. That's what I thought. But they didn't. Hold on. When they found it, they didn't post it. They just banned the person that did it, right? When they found it, they didn't post it. They just banned the person that did it. My understanding was it was that.
So that's but Doobie, you understand that Destiny's argument is that you were doing this in order to kind of triangulate who is
No.
leaking these things.
So
That's
so
his
this is
argument.
why that
How the
doesn't- I know
fuck would
it's
that work, Wick?
Let me tell you why it doesn't make any sense. So if I take a screenshot of a Discord server and then send it to you, unless
Wait,
my
literally,
username is
People had already figured. I don't think. I don't know what time Doobie sent those DMs. I don't know that Doobie had any conversation with people about this before action was taken. Action was just taken. The moment it was confirmed, action was taken. That's it.
is in the side chat or I'm replying to something, how the fuck are we gonna know which user that came from?
Then why were you saying it was a PV docs if you had no fucking
Hold
idea?
on.
I just told you.
Hey, everybody shut the fuck up. So I'm going to make this point
Jesus.
with Destiny here because Destiny says, well, maybe Connor's kids could get doxxed based off of this rationale.
Whoa, I was only
I
being
haven't
descriptive,
doxed
not
anyone.
prescriptive. I know, but I was just being descriptive, not prescriptive, Connor.
Okay, but I
You
haven't
understand,
doxed
right?
anyone, have I?
I know, but I was just being descriptive.
What are you
not
describing, though,
prescriptive.
What are you
retard?
being descriptive about, Destiny? Go ahead.
I'm just saying that you're creating an environment that could facilitate harassment towards unrelated third parties by.
But I'm not
having
for
somebody
this
here-
environment. I've criticized this
say you were.
environment.
I-
I'm
you might
criticizing
not be
you
for.
for
were
helping to
just describing-
foster
no,
this environment.
I know that you're not for. You were just describing it, and I'm just describing your description. That's it.
Cor-
It's okay,
correct,
dude.
correct.
Yeah,
But
that's
hold on,
correct. I agree, so we're all on the same
but
page. Yeah, we're
you,
good. We're good,
but
Connor.
you are actively engaged
What?
in doxing people.
That makes no sense.
We know
This is
that
stupid.
those people and their
I'm
families could get
describing your
hurt as a
description of
result
the
of those
description
reactions if you're not
prescription.
fucking retarded. And I'm criticizing you for doing that. So am I not trying to get away from that environment?
No, you fucking retard. What a stupid If you were trying to get away from it, you would probably disassociate yourself completely from all these people if you were a good faith actor. But seeing as how this guy has anally fucked you with $5,000 or whatever the past 6 months, I don't know what your incentive is right now. It's really fucking weird, by the way, that I'm arguing with two people that this weirdo on disability, child porn consuming dipshit is
What?
literally funding. It's kind of a strange
On
fucking argument to have.
Hold on. Let's go ahead and do this. This isn't your show, Wick. Shut the fuck up.
Connor, if you don't want to be associated with it, you wouldn't be associated with it.
No,
You wouldn't
hold
have
on.
a guy
Let's
for
go ahead and do
hours
this. Let's see if you're
taking
capable of being
uninterrupted
honest.
fucking
Let's see if you're
propaganda for
capable of being
himself and
honest.
his
Isn't
Let's see if you're
Destiny
capable of
regularly
being
on
honest.
Food
Let's
Shop
see if you're
Show?
capable of being
Answering
honest.
the question completely.
Can you
Nice.
steel
Keep
man?
pivoting.
Can you steel man why
Everybody's
you
just
said
talking
that
about
he
pedophilia now.
used child abuse material? Can you articulate it without trying to castigate him as a
Have you
pedophile?
ever seen the movie? Have you seen the movie Casino?
I asked you a question.
I'll answer if you answer that question.
Yes, I've seen Casino and I love it.
I would rather put my balls in the vice that they used to pop that dude's eyes out of his head and crush them than steelman anything this pedophile,
You're being a
harassing, hate-logging stalker fuck has ever done. No, I'm not going to steelman
You're being a
any of
pussy.
their perspectives. I'm not being a
You
pussy.
jerked off to
the
see someone
hell?
held onto it for a year. Like, who the fuck are you calling a
Content.
pedophile?
Dude, just DBW. And he runs. And he
Oh
runs.
god.
Yeah, fuck
What are you
him.
talking about?
Nope.
Like,
I'll
dude,
cut the
you jerked off
content, I
to
don't
see
give a
Sam
shit.
and then held onto it for a year. Like, how? Why? Where do you think of any?
Oh,
ground to
did he kick him?
I'll answer if you answer that question.
Yes, I've seen Casino and I love it.
I would rather put my
They
balls
all
in the vice
just
that they used to pop
bunch
that
of
dude's eyes out of
weirdos.
his head and crush them than steelman anything this pedophile,
You're being a
harassing,
pussy.
hate-logging stalker fuck has ever done. No, I'm not going to steelman
You're being a
any of
pussy.
their perspectives. I'm not being a
You
pussy.
jerked
I'm
off to
being
see someone held onto it for a year. Like, who the fuck are you calling a pedophile?
Okay, yeah, Connor kicked him.
Yeah, fuck
What are you
him.
talking about?
Nope.
Like,
I'll
dude,
cut the
you jerked off
content, I
to
don't
see
give a
Sam
shit.
and then held onto it for a year. Like, how? Why? Where do you think you have any ground to stand on calling anybody a fucking pedophile?
I already kicked him.
What do you? Oh, I'm sorry.
So hold on.
Why?
Let me. No. Wait. My turn. Thank you.
You kicked him? Why? Why?
Dude.
Destiny.
Actual
is
fucking goblin.
Bigger,
bro.
has more viewers, has more money, has more clout, has more influence. But if he was a peer,
Fucking
he
Igor
was
over
the
here,
same
bro.
size. That's not how he would behave. If he was asked to steelman somebody else's position, and he was a 50 viewer Andy or 150 viewer Andy, and Wick forced him to as a debate moderator, he would steelman the other person's position. And all he's trying to do is say, Doobie is my enemy right now, so I'm going to go ahead and paint him as a pedophile, and I am incapable of describing what he described in his argumentation. As, once again, I'll say this straight up, as Destiny's fellow content creator, thank you for the content. Love the content, love the money, thanks for the donations, thanks for the 1000K live. As your friend, you're being a cunt, and I'm tired of it. So I'm about to wrap in a second. So in 7 minutes, I'm going to go. So whatever your guys' final arguments are, please make them.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me?
I mean, again, I just really think I need to hammer this home. Like, the whole thing is fucked on all sides, right? So people getting doxxed, people going after Wix, panelists and whatnot. None of that is acceptable ever, right? Not like this is all gross. I really think we need to turn down the fucking temperature, go back to like sanity, and there just need to be red lines that everybody involved needs to have. And when those red lines are crossed, the person who did it is ostracized forever. It's totally no tolerance for any of it. So that's all I'm saying we need to do. I think that's rational.
So I agree, but the way for this to actually happen is the side that is instigating it has to stop. The invaders have to stop. If
Invaders?
Russia stops,
What the
leaves
fuck?
Ukraine, then Ukraine, the war's over. If the people, the communities who are coming after me, who are coming after
Ukraine?
my guests, who are coming after Ukraine, to stop. It is the side that is instigating it has to stop. The invaders have to stop. If Russia stops and leaves Ukraine,
Why are we talking about Ukraine all of a sudden?
If the people, the communities who are coming after me, who are coming after my guests, who are coming after...
What do you mean, the communities who are doing it, dude? It's moderated. What do you mean, retard? It's so fucking crazy.
The people who haven't been sufficiently anti-Destiny, stop. This'll stop. That's it. That's simple.
Okay. And wait, to be clear, I did send you a bunch of evidence of Destiny and DGG.
I'll review it later.
And wait, to be clear, going forward, so like I said, I did.
It will change nothing about his perspective whatsoever.
I don't think the
It's,
pressure
it's not about the facts, just about people hurt his feelings.
is fair. But, and I know you're upset with me because of the tweet, which I still think is funny.
I think that you're being
But-
kind of a cunt. Okay, frankly.
I get it. So I'm not bashing you for that opinion. I get
What
it.
the fuck is
and
happening?
Again, you and I have had lots of disagreements about lots of things. We don't exactly have like a friendly rapport, right? But if you ever want me on the stream or whatever reason, door's still open. I'm not like opposed to like having being around you. It's nothing like that. Just FYI.
Okay. Thanks for letting me bully my way into the conversation.
Doobie, that's nice and all, but I think a lot of people are gonna get absolutely mollywopped reputationally, financially, emotionally, and maybe physically before all this is over.
Thank you for the $10, generally. Huge appreciate. Thank you.
No, it was not fun. It was fun. It was fun in a content way. It was not fun in a friend way. But it is what it is. At least we made some money and got some
Womp
viewership.
womp.
I got other shit to do today. And so, yeah, it is what it is. So,
I'll let you do today, guys.
I
2
haven't
hours.
seen anything. People have accused Doobie of lying, which in my opinion is not just being mistaken, nor is it... it's not just being mistaken, nor is it repeatedly restating the same things 4 different times. If you are incapable of understanding descriptive from prescriptive, you're a dumb...
Oh, yeah, so let's read Destiny's Reddit post quickly as well. This is what he posts on Reddit when he's done with this. Changing some show structures. Thank you for the membership, Little Florida Jet. Thank you. Just as a heads up, here is the game being played in the background across several Twitch poll servers right now. Whole essay post about Discord servers. Kiwi Farms, the Snarker sub, and Discord server, and several individuals whom I've been involved with in the past, J-Stalk, Doobie, Queeman, etc., have been infiltrating and turning several communities against me by repeatedly debating for hours and hours and hours, for months and months and months. I'm not exaggerating this, unfortunately. Same stupid talking points over and over again. Okay, I have not done that. Now, even if I had, explain the problem, explain how it's different to what you did to Hassan. Explain how that's outside the bounds of reasonable behavior to just argue what you think about someone in Discord servers. Now, I don't waste my time doing that, you know. I've been in probably J-Stalks a few times where they've had debates going on, and I've argued it down. But unless I'm on stream, I don't fucking waste my time arguing down Destiny drama with total morons, okay? This has been an active project they've all been collaborating on for over a year, where several people join Discord communities to make the same arguments or shout people with money on stream to donate negative or disgusting things about me. I have the challenge of balancing how much harassment and abuse I can take from these communities, while not actually cutting them off, because that gives Snarkers a big win. They can permanently manifest there and continue to rot that community and the people in it until they also believe all the same lies and smears about me. So, unfortunately, today is probably a win for them. They've managed to peel off Connor, and Marcus' community is conquered, as a conquered one. We spelled conquered. I imagine the next big battleground will be Wix community. Nobody give a fuck about Wix community, bro. I mean, I certainly don't. The talking points these people use revolve around several things, a few, but not all of them being, Destiny is routinely attempting to ensnare mentally ill women
so close to
using its
silver
power.
earlier.
This narrative almost universally started from Mr. Girl/Lab, and the fixation point on this is Anavoir. Anna was a 30-plus years old, a master's student, pursuing a clinical psychology career, and was someone who was relentlessly pursuing me the entire time. So
yeah, and you were
it's just like so
reciprocating.
It was her that first messaged me, her that suggested us hooking up, and her that relentlessly spoke about me. Luke due to OCD issues, I guess. But months
and you were
it's like,
sexting while she was pursuing you.
There's no way you could be using your clout or money. That's not how that fucking works, retard. I relentlessly put with for months afterwards for my options for responding were ineffective at getting her medical treatment and attention she needs because I didn't handle this perfectly. It was like the most insanely attention imaginable to me. So this is like insane. You didn't just not handle it perfectly. You behaved fucking horribly. You smeared her as a stalker while you were still sexing her. You held her string out in front of her, pulling her along. You sent your audience to her Kiwi Farms thread to talk about her. You encouraged your audience to call her employer in grad school. Just like the examples go on.
It's crazy, yeah. He did all that.
Destiny is a pedophile / CP hoarder / etc. This all revolves around the recent court case where instead of talking to an adult woman, I found out a year in that I was being honeypotted / catfished by a member of Queeman's community for 2 years. So this is just retarded. He came in to drop these fucking logs. No idea who this guy was before that. No indication he was around before that. I think he used one GIF that was relevant to Bo Black's drama that happened very recently to that point, at some point, while he was around. That's the only thing you could maybe say indicates he'd seen anything else of me. And even then, it's just the time to play the game black guy thing. It's a quite a widely used thing. But Alex Gegmo tweeted it around that time. But the closest you can get to an indication that he was part of my community. Until they finally leaked everything on the internet, hoping to expose me as a pedophile because the woman whose pictures he was sending me was a victim he had pursued on a platform for minors using a false account, and then later by threatening to kill her and her family if she didn't play along with his catfishing game. Based on Destiny's behaviour, his family is fair game. I think it's justifiable to unmask small accounts that have been directly involved in harassing people involved in my court case, doxing and harassing people close to me, and moving in groups of users from server to server to convince people of all of the above. So I've literally done none of these. Doobie and others to run around making the argument that it is therefore fair to stalk and harass my child and his mom. No one is saying that. Doobie didn't say that. Doobie said he was against that, you fucking liar. I need to constantly weigh how much psychological and physical pain and suffering I'm willing to endure while allowing smaller content creators to give a safe space to allow these types of infestations to grow. Following what I've been trying to do over the past year or so, we're going to continue to try and enforce stronger boundaries to prevent these types of weak creators from being around me. I'd much rather cut them out and let these communities eventually fall to the crazy, obsessive / snarky behaviour that's taken over them. I can deal with a lot of negative attention on the internet against me, and personally, and I've cut
How is everybody
my personal
doing?
life away to survive a lot of the collateral fallout, but I cannot continue to try and maximally center the feelings and well-beings of every single smaller content creator I interact with. Dude, this is so delusional, man. Well, they are funded by and continue to host people who have openly stated it is their goal to destroy every part of my life and the lives of the people that do not denounce me. 2 seconds.
Funded by
So as of
Soros.
today, I do not want anything to do with Connor / Counterpoints. I won't appear on any panels or shows with him. I will enforce my copyright against him. He is reacting to my content in a non-transformative way. I do not want anything to do with him. I do not want any contact with him in any way, size, shape, or form. Maybe this changes in the future if that snarky community dies out or something. Threatening to flag him too, threatening to strike him.
That is so bizarre. I will go to strike it.
As well. I have made the mistake in the past, simply thinking it was prudent to continue fighting my way out of all this fighting my way through all of this toxicity, but I wasn't considering how much better life could be by spending this time building positive friendships with people who are proactively defending your reputation, rather than me having to get on my knees like a fucking loser and beg people to simply slightly modify their community to cut out people who have devoted their lives to destroying mine. Cater your community to me now, idiot.
Cunt, and you have no business in Twitch and YouTube politics. If you're saying that I betrayed my principles for my money, I'm sorry. Did I betray my principles for my money when I was accused of fucking sweeping for Destiny last year and the entire fucking internet was telling me to fucking torch him? Fuck you. You just don't like it that I'm not on your team. So if you're some fucking loser who doesn't understand words but engages in political tribalism, you can fucking TOS. So, anyways, I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna read my super chats, and I'm gonna wrap my stream. So, parasocial love, guys. Doc soon. All right. Anyways, let me thank the people who have donated. Did Destiny pay? Lol. No, Destiny did not pay. I got shit to do. I got shit to do besides hang out with you cunts. Love you, hate you,
we'll speed this up
everything
now.
in every
We'll
regard.
get through a little bit
I have
more.
to answer all the fucking super chats before I get out of here. So, like the stream, share it with your friends, engage with chat, super chats if you got them, memberships if you got them. I parasocially love most of you, and the snarkers who are being cunts
What are
and
the
the
oranges for?
DGGs who
What
are being
oranges?
cunts can
What do you mean?
TOS. Nazraka, thank you for the gifted. Fashion 40, thank you for the gifted. Officer Nasty, my glorious overlord, my king. I will no longer behave in a way
My
that upsets
weekend?
my emperor.
Well,
All
I
mud shall be
survived, not
inshallah.
being...
Unity
I
for his
didn't
own
get
mental
bombed.
health. I don't care. I stand by pretty much everything I said today. I think you would have to show me a clip today. And by the way, I'm not bridge burning. Or bridge burning. He can bridge burn. I'm not bridge burning. He can bridge burn. If he's so fucking upset that I'm using my reason to parse apart the arguments and evidence that's being presented to me, and he wants to burn the bridge over that, then fuck him. He can figure that shit out on his own. But I'm not going to hurt him. I'm not going to go out of my way
Destiny burning
to hurt
bridges?
him.
That's new.
Nor am I even going to
No
fucking
way.
freak out about his whole thing like, oh, based off of this rationale, you could go after Connor's family. You know, fuck you for that. Obviously, that's rude as shit. But it is what it is. He's mad. He's sad. He's lashing out.
Why are people so surprised?
It is what it is.
I'm gonna do a whole spiel
Silver
in a
Fox,
moment.
the bannings will continue until donos improve. Indeed. Ved Sunil, thank you for the 10 king. Tallybots with a 5. How could you need any additional evidence of harassment? Who cares if they meet the legal definition of doxing? I don't even know if you know the evidence. Tallybots, how do I need additional evidence? Yeah, if you're going to be doxing someone, you should know that that person specifically engaged in digital harassment. Is that so fucking hard? What do you want? You want me to say, oh yeah, like fucking J-Stock deserves to be raped, murdered, and dead in a ditch? That's what you want? You guys are fucking, you guys don't track words. You don't pay attention to what words mean, and it pisses me off. You literally just identify emotionally with the political tribe that aligns with your worldview, and then you post hoc rationalize whatever the fuck they said. And that's cringe, gay, and lame. And it's not cog behavior. Tribe for 5 says, there's something to be said about people being involved in the court case without putting their name on it. Doxing them seems pretty fair. Not gonna lie. Is it? And by that logic, should we dox Kafka? I don't think that's a good rationale at all. What the fuck? Connor is too pure and autistic for this world. Nothing truer has ever been said. Unork says, pretty weird that snarkers seem to always try to fracture communities that care about liberalism and conservatism. We can't let them divide us. Well, we can temporarily. We can just call each other cunts, and then we can go get a beer later. Felrunner says, Doobie and Officer Nasty are not in our community without pushback. We do not allow either of them to run off without a challenge. You are welcome to check.
Like, Destiny has always been this weird paranoid person that was like, everybody's gonna betray me sooner or later, stab me in the back or whatever.
No atheism debates in here,
I feel
or
like
the
he's
community
just
would just become an atheism fight club.
manufacturing these
It's like that, but
situations.
instead of atheism is, does Destiny suck? I think that's a fair description. Captain Dan, the fireman, with the $10 says, personally, this reeks of allowing Necrons to freely run within a human colony. And it sounds like you're saying, no, they don't want our biomass.
Dude, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god, where's this post I just saw? Someone really needs to put something together to just explain all this shit, man. So we're not doxing, right? I legitimately haven't seen it. I spent most of my time in the YouTube chat and Reddit. I spent about a year or two in the Discords a few years back, PBF. I mean, no one's going to admit if they did it. I haven't said it once in the last 6 years in the community. How is that going to be a claim? Is it that hard to just believe we're a big community? It's so crazy. You are just lost. They've been doing it all over Twitter. They do it all over DGG chat. Just you don't see YouTube chat and Reddit. All over DGG, all over Twitter. So crazy, man.
Mass. Well, Necrons don't want our biomass. They don't. And there's allowing 2 of them to run amok. Dude, they're 2 scarabs. It's a scarab and a Necron. I'm trying to think of an analogy that this would work. It's not a warrior. Doobie would be a little bit more salty than that. What would he be? He would be an immortal. Yeah, I have 1 pet Necron immortal and 1 pet Necron scarab. And we're keeping an eye on the scarab to make sure he doesn't replicate. Yeah, I'm not allowed to have a pet Necron? What the fuck? Thought this was America. Anonymous Chatter for 50 says, for the band Doobie Slush Fund, sincerely your 3rd favorite Oiler. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Captain Dan, the fireman, for 10 says, ban the Gene Stealers and be done with it. No. And fuck you. Patriarch, thank you for the 10 gifted. Envoy Snark for 5. New allegations. Who or where is Wick accusing of doxing his guests? Don't know. We'll find out. Captain Dan, the fireman for 5.
Well, don't you think it would be wise to try and inform someone so that anyone that's doing that can be dealt with before any harm happens? Don't you think that would be wise? Or do we just want to use this sort of stuff for sick owns? Because it doesn't seem like you care about it, if that's what you're doing.
Bullshit. Doobie was arguing that it was okay to call up Destiny's Son's future employers about him. Doobie is just a list? You guys don't know what words mean, but that's okay. Set a new goal, Booby Bear. Little late for that.
I just
Sir
ran
Raps,
into
Doobie
this.
is bankrolling Destiny adjacent streamers. Snarkers haven't targeted yet. Streamers are either bankrolled or attacked. Doobie is
I'm
the
back
painted side.
into
I think
bronze
thou dost
too.
presume too much. What if your friends that are going to do retributive violence on your behalf never get proof positive of who did it? Do you think they would do nothing? If not, isn't this Destiny's reasoning for going after his ops? If you kill me and then my friends kill a few innocent people, it is what it is. I'm dead. What do I care? Fashion40 for 5 says, for the psychic damage, Booby Bear. Thank you. AK Batusai, thank you for the 10. Jeb Kush with the membership. Don't forget to like the stream before saying something dumb and get perma-banned. True. True. Like the stream before I twist your dick. Kilo says there were not enough MS Paint
Twist
diagrams to
my-
stream.
oh,
Do better.
God,
True. Thank
that
you.
sounds painful.
Anonymous for the 2 says, sorry for being squirrely. We don't get much attention. True. Buzz. Anonymous chatter was fucking machine gunning civilians today. Good job.
What is
Whatever.
this?
It's funny. Buzz Rocka with the 10, thank you. I know it's not, but didn't Tiny show proof of Wick being doxxed by them to Wick? Sure, but I want to see the evidence myself, don't I? And I want to see the evidence of who did it, don't I? Buzz Rocka, thank you for the 10. Larry Hutchinson, I know
Okay,
it's
that's
not
enough.
you, but
Let's
did it?
see.
Tiny showed proof of Wick being doxxed by them to Wick. I think I just read that one, sorry. Gelatinous
What
Root
did you
for 10.
send me? Oh.
Tonight, on Unsolved Coffee,
What the
the
hell?
search continues. Where does the coffee come from?
What?
are the oranges for? Who destroyed the Walmart bathroom? Intrepid internet detectives are hot on the trail of coffee brand coffee. We have new revelations to disclose. Maybe you can help solve a mystery.
What the
Hey
fuck?
guys, Luther Morgan here, and today we are putting the pieces together. The collapse of coffee brand coffee is underway. I will be revealing Hambly has already been reported to Amazon, the FDA has been alerted, as well as state regulators. I will also be revealing Jeremy's creepy parasocial Roaster's Choice emails. I will be going deeper into the CBC and Player One Coffee connection, and I'll be going into did Jeremy Hambly ever respond to the certified mail that I sent. I want to thank all the people who've been emailing me, adding me on Twitter, and sharing information with me. So we will be giving people credit where it's due. The questions around coffee brand coffee are deep. After my last videos exposing the lack of compliant packaging, CBC updated their Amazon page with this weak-ass disclaimer. A disclaimer can't help you, Mr. Hambly. The information has to be on the packaging. So, he also made several tweets addressing the issues. This is a pathetic attempt to trick people on X into thinking that his coffee is compliant after he was trending on X because of the non-compliance issues which were brought forth thanks to my 3 videos
I thought
on
the top
subject.
video would be the oldest.
So this gentleman here, Professor and Pastor Tie-Dye, was part of the original Coffee Brand Coffee affiliate program, and he was able to locate one of these bags from, you know, back in the day, and it looks like even back then, the packaging was non-compliant. I also wanted to highlight this tweet from Wesley from Florida. There is a YouTuber alleging that Jeremy Hambly is non-compliant with the FDA rules, and so he responded to the quartering, and then the quartering blocked him, because that's how the quartering deals with his problems. He just tries to block them. I also wanted to highlight this email that was sent to an anonymous viewer who was in the Roaster's Choice Club. So this was back in April of 2023. This person found it incredibly creepy, so they stopped buying coffee brand coffee. So let's go through it really quick, and you can kind of pick up on Jeremy's nice guy weasel cuck manipulation.
Maybe if you read it, you could have avoided all this, Jer.
Awesome 2020. Hey guys, Luther Morgan here with another video about the quartering, and today we're going to be exposing the coffee brand coffee grift, with real documents, with real information
As opposed to
from
false documents.
Utah and Wisconsin. So before we get into it, I just want to say thank you for the support, thank you for the views, the subscribers, for growing a lot on YouTube, some fantastic comments, and I just want to remind, hey guys, so our journey begins on coffeebrandcoffee.com. Now this is Jeremy's own website, and you know, there's a picture of him and his wife, but of course she's not a public figure. And, you know, we talk about the Coffee Brand Coffee story. You know, this is his sales pitch. It's Jeremy. He's the founder of Coffee Brand Coffee. Get to the coffee, this and that. Yeah. So let's go to the contact page, because what I'm really interested in is, where is the coffee factory? Because Jeremy has made so many claims about Coffee Brand Coffee, how it's a family business. He handles everything in-house, everything from the roasting to the packaging, that he has a roast master. He's referred to it as a family business, etc. So where is this coffee factory? Because we should be able to find it. Why do I say that? It's because all food processors and all food manufacturers have to have a food license. So usually when you go on a food manufacturer's website, they have like, where is the factory? But if you go to the about page, and there's really no way that you can contact them. You can't even like call them. They don't even have a 1-800 number. So we don't even know like the, the area code on the phone number. Maybe we could locate it. So our journey really begins in Utah. So here we have Coffee Brand Coffee LLC. Now Coffee Brand Coffee LLC, if you look at here the formation date, which is April 14, 2022, and then if you scroll down here, look who the manager is. It's Jeremy Hambley. Now of course we redacted his address because that is a residential address, it's not a commercial address. But he is listed as the manager. Here you have Crook Legal Group, so this is the registered agent. So if you wanted to like sue Coffee Brand Coffee, or you wanted to serve them legal documents, this is who you would go to. This is public information, by the way. And then of course we look at the bottom here. This is the physical address. So this is where the business is actually supposed to be taking place. And so this is a public address. This is a business address. So we're not doxing anybody. This isn't an individual. This is a company.
My road to silver is so painful.
So my thing is, why is it out of Utah? Now, of course, that's where Mill Creek Coffee Roasters was. So it's heavily speculated that that was Jeremy's original coffee manufacturer. But I wanted to give Jeremy the benefit of the doubt, because maybe he's switched from Mill Creek Coffee Roasters to a different firm, or he has an actual coffee factory. So if you go to, Utah, and you go to the government website and you look around, it's the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food. So they're the ones that issue licenses for food processing, food manufacturing. So what I did was I reached out to the Deputy Commissioner of the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food, and I emailed them. And I said, hey, I'm requesting assistance to try and locate documentation for a food business called Coffee Brand Coffee. And of course, the Deputy Commissioner here, Amber Brown, was gracious enough to respond to my request for public information. And she said, this manufacturer does not appear to be registered with the department under our food manufacturing program. So there is no Coffee Brand Coffee factory in Utah. Now, if we go back to the LLC, it says, well, of course it's not in Utah. The physical address says it's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, if you actually pull up that address into Google here, it's actually a virtual mailbox. So it is not a coffee factory. It's not an industrial park. It's not even a coffee shop. It is a virtual mailbox out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So another dead end, guys. Not looking good. So let's go to the State of Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. So this department, very long name, this is the department that handles like the food manufacturing, as well as many other things. As you can see on their website here, it's everything from campgrounds to butter, Christmas tree grower license, dairy and elk, but what we're really interested in is food processing plant license. So let's go into the food, dairy, and retail food licenses page. And if we go to the list here, so this is Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, and we go to the registries and lists. And if we go down to, right here where it says under food and recreational safety, we can pull up the food processing plant information. which is our next tab. So you go to food processing plant license holders. So if Coffee Brand Coffee is a real business, and if it's a real coffee factory in Wisconsin, it's going to be on this list. So let's get the PDF, shall we? So here we have it, guys.
Oh,
this is the
fuck.
food processing plant
You're countering
licensing
me hard.
holders. Now, these are all business addresses for business names and stuff. There's no personal
So
information
bad.
on here. This is all public information, guys.
Okay.
So it's 95 pages. And this is everything from giant factories all the way down to your local butcher shop. So let's just do a little Control F search here, and let's type in coffee. So with Control F coffee, there's 83 results. Now, so for example, the first search that comes up here, it's Torque Coffee Company Incorporated at 3455 Payne Avenue, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So if we look that up, as you can see, guys, it's like a coffee factory in like an industrial
I wasn't
park.
even trying to do
So
this.
let's go to the next one just for
So
demonstrative
ridiculous.
purposes here. So this is Door County Coffee and Tea Company. It's at 5773 State Highway 42, Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. So let's pull that one up. Oh, it's like a roadside thing. It's like clearly a commercial thing, but smaller. So let's try another one,
Hold on,
just
what
for
do
the
you
sake
mean?
of...
How is
Oh,
that?
we also have P.O.
I
boxes
cannot.
in here, too.
I'm fighting. I
So
cannot
let's,
pause up.
that's not a real
by
address.
real
Let's go to this
person.
one. It's Estes
For
Food
John's.
Pretz Coffee Company, LLC, and it's at 1250 East Washington Avenue, Madison, Wisconsin. So if we pull that one up, look at this. It's a very small coffee shop. So the reason why I say this is there's everything from giant industrial firms to kind of bigger sized commercial firms, all the way down to your local coffee shop. So, you know, Jeremy can't say, "Oh, well,
Subtitles are
I
not
run a
on.
small
What do you
operation; it
mean?
wouldn't be on there." No, it's all sizes of coffee shop. All right. So if we go through this whole list, it's 83 firms. If we do Control F and go coffee brand, 0 results. So there's 0 results for coffee brand. Now you say, okay, well, let's try the address. So if we go back to the Utah LLC, well, according to Coffee Brand Coffee LLC government paperwork, the physical address of the coffee factory is 1433 North Water Street, Suite 400, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So let's go ahead and plug that address. Let's go ahead and plug that address into our search here.
So close to getting silver today.
Oh, would you look at that? There's no food processing plant license holders at that address. So, and if you search every other address, there is no coffee factory. So there's no coffee factory in Utah. We've confirmed that with the deputy commissioner over in Utah. And then there, per Wisconsin Department of Trade, per the state of Wisconsin, Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, according to the food processing plant license holders list, which is very extensive and 95 pages long, Coffee Brand Coffee doesn't exist in Wisconsin. So just for a further nail in the coffin here, I emailed Coffee Brand Coffee, and I was a little bit sneaky, and I said, I'm thinking about buying some coffee. Where in the United States is it shipped from? And of course, somebody responded, and they said, our coffees are shipped from Phoenix, Arizona. And it's funny because the automated thing says it's from Angel, but then I later got a survey for how would you rate the help Maggie gave you. So this is the infamous Maggie. This is the employee that Jeremy fired so that he could, buy a RC car track. And he unceremoniously fired this woman right before Christmas. And I requested 2 updates. I said, hello, is it roasted in Arizona as well? And then I emailed again, hello, can you tell me where the coffee is roasted? And then I received no response. So if there was any doubt that there's some Coffee Brand Coffee factory out there somewhere, there's absolutely no Coffee Brand Coffee factory in either Utah or Wisconsin. So, I don't know what Jeremy's talking about when he says that it's a family business, that he has a coffee roaster, this and that. He doesn't. So what does he have? That's the big question. I don't think that Coffee Brand Coffee is drop shipped coffee.
In it.
If we go back to this video, and this is from March of 2025. In this video, Jeremy admits that he spent $300,000 on Coffee Brand Coffee, and then he put $80,000 on a credit card. Now, this $300,000 I was able to locate. So he's kind of telling the truth here. This $300,000, this was a home equity line of credit, so basically a second mortgage on his house. So he put out a second mortgage on his house, effectively, for Coffee Brand Coffee in February of 2025. So in March of 2025, this is where he publicly reveals that he's $300,000 in debt. And then he also says, I put $80,000 down on a credit card. Now, $80,000 on a credit card is really high. So what I did was, again with Wisconsin Public Records, I went to the UCC Lien website in Wisconsin, and you type in Jeremy Hamlin's name, and also Coffee Brand Coffee LLC. There's no commercial loans around that time. So he's probably correct when he says that he put it down on a credit card. It's just insane to me that Mr. Hambly, Jeremy Hambly, the quartering, the quarter pounder, the ham planet, he would go $380,000 in debt over Coffee Brand Coffee, but that's just how he operates as a businessman. And I think that we've adequately demonstrated using public search tools that there is no coffee factory in Utah or in his home state of Wisconsin where he lives, where he operates his business from, according to the business records. So I would say to Jeremy Hambly and to Coffee Brand Coffee, tell me the name of the coffee company. Send me an email with the food processing plant license or the food manufacturing license, and then we can put this all to bed, where your coffee factory actually is. Or just admit that you use a co-packer or a different food processing, partner, and they do all the real work, and you just put your label on it. What a shady company if you cannot just get straight answers to a simple question. Thank you so much for watching our video. Hope that you were informed. Hope that you were educated. Hope that we had a good time. It's Friday. How's everybody's weekend going? Thank you so much. The audiobook is available now on Spotify as well as Audible. Audible. Get it? Anyway, and it's also available on Amazon as an ebook, a paperback, and a hardcover. It's the book on lolcows. There's a whole bunch of information about Jeremy. So if you're just coming in to the quartering, you're just learning who the quartering is, it's a great resource to get caught up, as well as 5 other lolcows. It's very entertaining. We've been receiving some really great feedback about it. So I think that you'll enjoy it if you have any interest in lolcows and this sort of content. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for more. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Till next time.
Why would I have interest in lolcows? So bizarre. Okay, it's a... Oh god, I hate this. YouTube sucks. Okay? It's a playlist. Shouldn't it go to the next video automatically? Yeah, the one time that YouTube does not go to the next video automatically is when I absolutely cannot do it manually because I'm playing a ranked match. Great. Thanks, YouTube. You're the best as always. Thanks, YouTube.
Hey guys, Luther Morgan here, coming at you with another video about Coffee Brand Coffee and the ongoing investigation as we answer, or try to answer, the question, where is the coffee factory? Now, I got a helpful tip from a friend of the channel, Duty Streams, and he suggested a whole new different avenue of investigation. And, unlike unlike Mr. Hambly, I actually give credit. And it made me think about it in a totally different way. Instead of trying to find the food processing plant and then connect the plant to the product, I should get the product and then reverse engineer where the product came from. So, I bought Coffee Brand Coffee. That's right, I wasted 40 of my own dollars to get Coffee Brand Coffee. So if you like this investigation and you want to support it, please consider checking out the book on Amazon, Lolcows, The Internet's Never-Ending Tragedy, or if you can't read, like Jeremy Hambly, the audiobook is available on Spotify and Audible. Alright, so back to the video. So I ordered the coffee, and I started doing a little bit of investigation into what are the requirements to sell things on Amazon. Because Amazon is kind of like his Achilles heel. So if we go to the Amazon Seller Central, and we go to Grocery and Gourmet Foods, and we go to Product Requirements, if you see right here, it says you must be licensed or have the approval of relevant government agency for the products you're allowed to sell. So this would be his food manufacturer, food processing plant license. And then if we go through here, it says label in English all products covered by federal, state, and local laws. For federal labeling policies, see the FDA food labeling and nutritional guide for that. And we'll get to that in just a second. So there's also further requirements. So for food and beverage, it says listed here, examples of permitted listings. Properly prepared and sealed food and beverages. All food packaging must include the following. And right here, name and address of the packaging company. So I knew by the time this thing got to me in the mail that either two things would be true. Either Jeremy Hambley is not in compliance with the Amazon food listing requirements, or the coffee will have the exact thing that I need on it. So as I waited for this thing in the mail, I did a little investigation into what are these FDA food requirements. So coffee by itself doesn't have to have nutritional facts. So if we go to the FDA document here, it's 132 pages. We go down to foods with no nutritional significance. It says, are spices, coffee, and tea required to be nutritional labeled? And it says right here, exempted food includes coffee beans whole or ground. So let's go further. However, Hambley sells coffee that has artificial flavoring in it. Half of his coffee is artificial flavoring. So if we go through this same document, page 18, it says, how are spices, natural flavors, or artificial flavors declared in the ingredients list? So you also need an ingredients list. These may be declared in the ingredients list by either using specific, common, or usual names by using declaration spices, flavor, or artificial flavor, or natural flavor. And it gives us example here. And if we go down to the next page here, it says, do you have to parenthetically declare all the ingredients and flavors that conform to a standard of identity?
Oh.
And it also says, if the flavor is declared by the standardized name, i.e., vanilla extract, whatever, each ingredient must also be declared parenthetically following the standardized name. So a lot of his coffee has artificial flavoring. So this artificial flavoring, whatever the hell chemicals are in it, are supposed to be listed. So also while I waited on the coffee to come in, I did a little research into what are
coffee brown coffee.
What's the coffee trade information websites? What do they say about this when it comes to coffee labeling? And we have 3 sources of information here because I wanted to be extensive. So this is Roast Star, the whole package. So this is a whole company dedicated on helping coffee companies design packaging. So we go through here. Every bag of coffee you sell, whether that's at the farmer's market or in a national grocery store, so Hambley's talked about wanting to get into Walmart, right here, name and place of business. That means the manufacturer, packer, or distributor. The full address is safest, but a website that clearly links to your contact info can suffice. He doesn't have any contact info on his website, so we got one source here. Also, it says if your coffee is flavored, you'll need an ingredients list and potentially an allergy warning. So just to be sure, here is the FDA requirements around flavor additives. So it's a dead link, but I went and found it. So if you're, if you want to look at the FDA code here, it's whatever this 101.22 food labeling of spices, flavorings, colorings, and chemical preservatives. So if we enter this page here, we go to, so here we go, Code of Federal Regulations, and we scroll all the way down here to this one. A statement of artificial flavoring, artificial coloring, or chemical preservative shall be placed on the food or in its container or wrapper, or any 2 or all 3 of these may be necessary. So, this flavored coffee, will it have a statement about what the artificial flavoring is? Here's another source. What do coffee labels need to meet government regulations? So this is from CTM Labeling Systems, another company just dedicated to designing coffee packaging. So if we go right here, so IP, this is the information panel.
Man.
The IP requires an ingredients list and contact information for the producer or distributor. And it says here, the ingredients are listed in order of highest weight to lowest weight. So, let's also get another one in here. So this is Durapack, FDA labeling requirements for coffee. What do I need in the nutritional facts panel? The FDA does not require a nutritional facts panel for plain roasted coffee. However, you must include nutritional facts panel if your coffee has flavorings. vanilla, hazelnut, pumpkin spice, etc. And then here we go here. Do you have to list caffeine content? No, caffeine disclosure is not mandatory. However, you must list caffeine if you add extra caffeine to the product. So, Coffee Brand Coffee sells a coffee that has extra caffeine in it. So I wonder, does it have that caffeine listed on the packaging? Here as well, do you have to register with the FDA? FDA registration is required if you roast your own beans, package coffee under your brand, operate a warehouse that ships coffee products. So Jeremy Hambley has claimed all three of these things.
Me and 6-7 other employees here in the United States, we roast our own beans. This isn't some drop ship thing. We have our own fulfillment facility. We have our own customer service. I personally dial in every single blend when it comes down to the flavor and how long it's roasted, what temperature it's roasted, the level of darkness. I'm deeply involved. Tucker Carlson was spotted by the way,
deeply
on the
involved,
coffee, we
Jeremy.
roast our own beans. We're
I
not
don't
some
believe that.
weirdo dropship
I don't believe that
organization
he's
like
so deeply involved.
literally all my competitors on YouTube. So,
Coffee competitors
give us a try.
on YouTube.
Many of you know I run a coffee company. I'm not some drop ship company. We roast our own beans. We hand our own fulfillment. We have our own employees. We have our own roasting stuff. We have
all companies
what
have
is
their
one
own
of the most
employees.
popular items.
So does he have FDA registration? Now, unfortunately, the FDA doesn't have a database, so I couldn't look that up. I know, you would think it would exist. So anyway, all right, so packaging rules for small coffee businesses. Even at a small scale, your coffee packaging must include basic label information. Boom, right here, your name and address. Your name and address, guys. Now you may be thinking, oh, well, Luther, what if Hambley applied for the FDA U.S. Food and Drug Administration Small Business Nutritional Labeling Exemption?
I won.
Well, he's never raised this as a defense. So, and if this is true, that he has a Small Business Nutritional Labeling Exemption, show me the paperwork, Hambley. So this is what coffee is supposed to look like. So this is just some coffee that I had in the cupboard. And right there it says the ingredients list, coffee, and then it says proudly distributed by, the name of the company, and then the city, state, and the zip code where it is. That way you can find it. So you guys tell me what you think. Once the coffee arrived, was it not compliant with the food safety regulations, or did it have the exact information that we needed? Well, everyone who said that he was non-compliant with the food regulations, you're correct. The information regarding the coffee factory is not on the labeling. So I purchased this. It's spiked jack-o'-lantern coffee, mainly because I thought it could be expired because it's clearly Halloween themed. And there is absolutely no information. There's no coffee factory information. There is no ingredients list. There's no nutritional facts. It's totally non-compliant. Totally non-compliant.
Bad,
And you say,
Jeremy.
what about the K-Cups, Luther? Well, those are totally non-compliant too. Now, they don't need nutritional facts because it's just regular coffee, but there's no information about the packaging or the factory that it came out of. So, again, with the non-compliance. So this is more than just about memes. This is more than just about grifting. This is more than just about YouTube drama. This is about food safety. This is about food safety, consumer protection, and transparency that is owed to customers from food producers. What the hell are these flavorings? What is in this coffee? How do you get coffee beans to be flavored like blueberry? How do you get coffee beans to be flavored like pumpkin whatever? What's the ingredients? Why won't you share it? Why won't you tell us where the coffee factory is? Why won't you show an FDA certification or your local state
I'm the
food
best.
regulations? Because I've
We need
tried
to
to
learn combos,
look
though.
in both Utah and Wisconsin. We already covered that. I wasn't able to find a food manufacturing facility. Why don't you want to share this
So,
information?
I guess Jeremy's
Because
a health
what if
hazard.
someone has a food allergy? What if there's contamination at the plant and you need to do a recall? How are you going to do that if there's no information?
Uh-oh.
I mean, people could get hurt. People could get sick. Like, this is more
You
than
could
just
kill somebody.
internet stuff now. Food producers
Yes.
want to be able to do what Jeremy Hambley's doing. They want to be able to just put stuff out there in the marketplace, don't give the consumer any information, and then if people get sick or people get hurt or people have an allergic reaction, they can't trace it back to them. This is why we have FDA certification. This is why Amazon has labeling requirements. This is why it's important to put information and give consumers information, just in case something
I wanna learn
happens.
combos.
Well, what are we going to
So
do?
Jeremy's
Well,
breaking
I'm going
the
to
law,
send
or what?
certified mail to Coffee Brand Coffee LLC, as well as the registered agent, requesting this information so that we can get to the bottom of it. Now, certified mail costs money. People don't want to do that. Totally get that. Well, the only contact tool that's available for the general public is the email address.
Oof, this
hello
is good.
at
I need to learn
coffeebrandcoffee.com.
combos. So I need to
Now, do not
learn.
flag the quartering. Do not flag any of his information. Do not flag his stuff on Amazon. Don't do anything that breaks the terms of service or is illegal. Go to his website and request through the proper channels in a nice, polite, professional email, where is the coffee factory? That's what we need to do. In fact, how about we all do that together right now? Hey guys, so here's my email. Hello, I purchased your coffee on Amazon. It did not have an ingredients list or nutritional information. Please provide what flavorings, artificial or natural, are in your coffee. Please send the location of the manufacturing facility. I will expect a response in 5 business days. Have a good weekend, Luther Morgan. So this is a totally above board business inquiry. And this business, Coffee Brand Coffee, the only way to get in touch with them is via email. So if I email them and you email them and everybody else watching this video emails them, we might just learn the truth because we're consumers and they're a food manufacturer. We have a right to know where our food is coming from. Wouldn't you say? And just a little side note here. I am so sick of free Hannah Claire. Why doesn't Hannah Claire free herself? As far as I know, she's not locked up in Jeremy Hambley's basement. How about you ask your corpulent man-child boss where the coffee factory is? How about you ask him why he doesn't give nutritional facts, why he doesn't provide consumer information, why he's hiding where his coffee factory is? How about you ask him those very, very important questions? Because everyone wants to say they're a journalist. Everyone wants to say they're an investigator. Everyone wants to say they're a truth teller or a truth seeker. Well, how about you actually get off your fucking ass and ask him some of these tough questions? You don't have to ask him about his bedroom life. You don't have to ask him about internet drama. But this is about food safety. What if someone has an allergic reaction to whatever the hell is in this coffee, whatever flavorings he puts in here? This is important. So guys, the search for Jeremy Hambley's coffee factory continues. And I will let you guys know and keep you guys up to date if I get any response from Coffee Brand Coffee. But we have to keep searching for the truth. We have to keep asking for this information and keep looking. So, please like, please subscribe. If you want to support the channel, I appreciate everything. If you don't want to buy the book, that's fine. Just give me a like. It really helps me out. Thank you so much. Till next time, have a good weekend.
Maybe if you read it, you could have avoided all this, Jerry.
Awesome 2020.
Hey guys, Luther Morgan here with another video about the quartering. And today we're going to be exposing the Coffee Brand Coffee grift with real documents, with real information from Utah and Wisconsin. So before we get into it, I just want to say thank you for the support. Thank you for the views, the subscribers. We're growing a lot on YouTube. Some fantastic comments. And I just want to remind, hey guys, so our journey begins on coffeebrandcoffee.com. Now this is Jeremy's own website. And you know, there's a picture of him and his wife, but of course she's not a public figure. And you know, we talk about the Coffee Brand Coffee story. You know, this is his sales pitch. It's Jeremy. He's the founder, Coffee Brand Coffee. Get to the coffee, this and that. Yeah. So let's go to the contact page, because what I'm really interested in is, where is the coffee factory? Because Jeremy has made so many claims about Coffee Brand Coffee, how it's a family business. He handles everything in-house, everything from the roasting to the packaging, that he has a roast master. He's referred to it as a family business, etc. So where is this coffee factory? Because we should be able to find it. Why do I say that? It's because all food processors and all food manufacturers have to have a food license. So usually when you go on a food manufacturer's website, they have like, where is the factory? But if you go to the about page, and there's really no way that you can contact them. You can't even like call them. They don't even have a 1-800 number. So we don't even know like the, the area code on the phone number. Maybe we could locate it. So our journey really begins in Utah. So here we have Coffee Brand Coffee LLC. Now Coffee Brand Coffee LLC, if you look at here the formation date, which is April 14, 2022, and then if you scroll down here, look who the manager is. It's Jeremy Hambley. Now of course we redacted his address because that is a residential address, it's not a commercial address. But he is listed as the manager. Here you have Crook Legal Group, so this is the registered agent. So if you wanted to like sue Coffee Brand Coffee, or you wanted to serve them with legal documents, this is who you would go to. This is public information, by the way. And then, of course, we look at the bottom here. This is the physical address. So this is where the business is actually supposed to be taking place. And so this is a public address. This is a business address. So we're not doxing anybody. This isn't an individual. This is a company. It's a corporation. So my thing is, why is it out of Utah? Now, of course, that's where Mill Creek Coffee Roasters was. So it's heavily speculated that that was Jeremy's original coffee manufacturer. But I wanted to give Jeremy the benefit of the doubt, because maybe he's switched from Mill Creek Coffee Roasters to a different firm, or he has an actual coffee factory. So if you go to, Utah, and you go to the government website and you look around, it's the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food. So they're the ones that issue licenses for food processing, food manufacturing. So what I did was I reached out to the deputy commissioner of the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food, and I emailed them. And I said, hey, I'm requesting assistance to try and locate documentation for a food business called Coffee Brand Coffee. And of course, the deputy commissioner here, Amber Brown, was gracious enough to respond to my request for public information. And she said, this manufacturer does not appear to be registered with the department under our food manufacturing program. So there is no Coffee Brand Coffee factory in Utah. Now, if we go back to the LLC, it says, well, of course it's not in Utah. Hey guys, Luther Morgan here, coming at you with another video.
Tonight, all new stories on the season premiere of Unsolved Mysteries.
67.
Tonight, on Unsolved Coffee, a man-child runs a coffee roasting company, but nobody can find it. Where is it? We've already found out it's not in Utah. It's not in Wisconsin. Could the FDA get involved? Can the internet find it? What are the oranges for? How was your weekend? Maybe you can help solve a mystery.
Hey guys, Luther Morgan here. Hope you like that little intro. Well, we got a banger of a video today, guys, because we have people contacting me from all over, and I just want to say right off the bat, thank you to everyone who's sending me messages, giving me updates, telling me about, them reporting it. If anybody hears back from Coffee Brand Coffee, Amazon, the FDA, or anything like that, please send me a message. You can remain anonymous if you want to, or if you want me to shout you out, if you have social media, you have your own content, I'd be more than happy to do that, because unlike Jeremy Hambley, we actually want to, we want to respect people's property. And if you have your own investigation and your own information, I want to be able to shout you out so you can get credit for it. Because we have 3 viewers that have come forward. It's kind of like a viewer special here that have told me new information. So we have people internationally from Heiko who found the Coffee Brand Coffee YouTube channel. We're going to visit that. We have someone doing real on-the-ground work, real journalism on the ground, trying to find the coffee factory in Arizona, guys. Misty Mochi. And then we have a FDA person, an FDA employee, who wishes to remain anonymous. So we're going to go through this FDA employee's thoughts about Coffee Brand Coffee, as well as some of the resources they're able to bring to the table, as well as some corrections on some of the things that I had said, or polish up some of the things that I had said, and that we can hear this FDA employee's opinion as well. So let's get into the video, guys. Here is the Coffee Brand Coffee YouTube channel. As you can see, here's the introductory video. This is like Mill Creek Coffee Roasters. This was their initial advertisement. But I wanted to focus in on this video with this young woman here. So there's a close-up of the food in this video, and I wasn't able to make out any of the distinguishing marks on it, any of the nutritional facts like food labeling, anything like that. I wasn't able to find it on this close-up, but perhaps somebody out there on the internet, they might be able to know who this person is. So is this person like a professional model? I don't mean to dox them in any way. I just mean, is this person a professional model? Is she an influencer that does advertising? Is this a former employee of Jeremy Hambley? Is this a person that works at Mill Creek Coffee Roasters? The person that sent me this tip said that they were able to identify them from the Mill Creek Coffee Roasters Facebook page. I looked through all the pictures. I didn't see the resemblance myself, but maybe somebody out there knows anything about this. So let's get to the next guys. So this is friend of the channel, Misty Moki, and pretty cool liked the video. So this is the on-the-ground journalist in Phoenix, Arizona, who actually went out to the Coffee Brand Coffee area where it's supposed to be. Now, it broke just a few days ago that Jeremy Hambley's trademark for Coffee Brand Coffee had expired, and the address listed on that trademark paperwork was in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, as you can recall, I think in part 1 of the series, I got an email from either Maggie or Angel, whoever the hell it was supposed to be at Coffee Brand Coffee, and they said that it was shipped out of Phoenix, Arizona, which is very similar to where the trademark address was. Now, of course, that trademark expired, and quite frankly, he probably should let the trademark expire because Coffee Brand Coffee is a terrible name. But this person, this on-the-ground journalist, actually went out there. So let's go ahead and check out their video.
In Luther's second video about Coffee Brand Coffee, none of the
Okay, I'm not interested in
you received
Jeremy's coffee crap. It's boring, actually. Okay, how to turn off YouTube auto translation. How to turn off YouTube auto translation. Fuck, I hate it so much. I'm in Ukraine. I'm not even in Poland, and it auto translates to. Fuck me, man. Oh, look. This is gonna be about
Should
Destiny.
be applauded.
Of
Dang it,
course.
man. I'm really struggling over here. Can you still hear me? Okay.
I can hear you fine.
And then during the summer, I'm like, hey, Destiny, my friend.
And
the only reason, by the way, I just want to say,
it's just a Destiny content treadmill. It's all about Destiny now, non-stop. It's just Destiny, non-stop every day.
Coming up next is Ryan. Ryan is calling to talk about the Iran war and it being justified. Ryan, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age.
Good luck justifying the Iran war, by the way.
Hey, Jovan. Yeah, him, and 24.
Great. Now, Ryan, you're calling in about the Iran war. Just to clarify my position, I believe
How's
the Iran war is
everybody doing?
unjustified because Iran posed no nuclear threat to the United States or any other country. Do you disagree, and if so, why?
With that specifically, yes, I definitely disagree.
Okay. Do you have evidence that Iran posed a
Oh
nuclear
my god,
threat
I'm
to the
playing
United
against
States
a
or any other
silver
country?
player. I'm gonna get silver
Yeah,
too.
I mean, there's
I'm not being
I
ranked
think
fairly.
the IAEA
What the
report
fuck?
from last year that they were trying to enrich uranium.
The
They've gone far
IAEA
beyond what they're
report
cap-
specifically states Iran had not restarted their nuclear weapons program and they were not building nuclear weapons. So I'm specifically looking
It
for
says that
evidence
they
that
were
they have
enriching.
them enriching uranium doesn't matter. It would be about, are they building nuclear weapons? And every report, including our own report that we did, our threat assessment by Trump's
wonder I'm
own,
being so-
intelligence agency states the same thing. Iran was not building nuclear weapons. I can pull you up the IAEA report if you want, which literally the head of the IAEA stated, and I quote, "We did not have any proof of Iran building nuclear weapons."
Okay, so well, hold on. Before we get there, do you agree that they were not in compliance with their contract for the JCPOA?
The
I
JCPOA
love how
does
I'm
not
trying to do a
stipulate that they can't
combination and
build
it
up
just
to
doesn't
60%.
fucking work.
It states no stipulations such as that.
I'm pretty sure the JCPOA stipulates that they can't go beyond 3%.
Oh, I'm sorry, JCPOA. The JCPOA, they haven't been a part of that since 2018, so what does that matter? Sorry, I misspoke there.
we
The
have not been a
JCPOA,
part of the
no,
JCPOA.
they are not under the Iranian nuclear deal anymore. They have no obligation to it.
Let me see if that's actually true.
It is.
I'm pretty sure because I remember the Europeans complaining that Iran was.
Nope. Iran
Iran is
literally
actually still
in
part of the
28.
Why am I
in
being
20
right against the silver
Hold
too?
on, Ryan. In
So they were in
2018,
violation of that.
Ryan, you're not listening. So please listen here. When Trump withdrew from the JCPOA in 2018, he replaced sanctions back on Iran, thus and stopped paying Iran back the money that was theirs, thus essentially removing any obligation Iran had to the deal. If me and you made a contract, and that contract said, Jovan, you can dig a hole in your basement as long as you give me $5 every month, and I stop giving you $5, then I can't build that hole in my basement anymore because I'm not giving you the $5 anymore.
There's 2 points about this. So the first one is that we were not the only signatory to the JCPOA.
Doesn't matter.
There were several others, many European nations,
Doesn't
and Iran was
matter.
still bound to them. And
Doesn't
secondly,
matter.
the point of a treaty, right, just in the first place, is to enact something, right? So the whole point of the treaty was to prevent Iran from enriching uranium, right? So regardless of if the treaty is valid or not, the fact that Iran is enriching uranium is something to be concerned about.
After the
treaty or not,
JCPOA.
right?
The JCPOA does not function any longer as an active agreement. It hasn't since Trump withdrew the United
factually
States.
It does. Factually
No, it doesn't.
But that's
No,
irrelevant.
it doesn't.
It's irrelevant.
No, it doesn't.
It factually does. It still exists.
No, it does not.
In 2026.
No, it does not. Hold
Wait,
on.
you
I didn't.
just- we'll have to move on.
Ryan, stop. Because you are quite literally side-skirting what I'm saying. I'm saying it does not currently function as an active agreement because the thing Iran was being given for its compliance to the agreement was taken away. Therefore, Iran has no obligation to continue complying with the agreement.
Why am I being pitted against a silver two
Once
player?
again, the United States was not the only signatory.
Are we going to just keep ignoring what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall at this point.
No. I'm not ignoring what you're saying. Yes, we
You are.
withdrew from the
You're
JCPOA.
absolutely. You're quite literally ignoring what I'm saying. The things Iran was given.
Let's get another analogy.
No. I don't need an analogy. Respond to this specifically. Were the things given to Iran to negotiate compliance with the JCPOA? Were those things taken away? Yes or no?
Some of them, yes.
Which ones were kept?
The Europeans within their sanctions.
So Iran should continue complying with the deal because the EU had not in place their sanctions back on them. The United States replaced their sanctions. Iran lost their ability or lost access to the money that was being paid to them, which was legally theirs. But because of this, even though again, you have no evidence of them. What's the word I'm looking for? You have no evidence to them building nuclear weapons, but because they enriched past 60%, because you believe they're still beholden to the JCPOA, they're not, then we should...
Well, hold on. They are also a signatory to the Nuclear Proliferation Treaty. Back in
Yep, and where in the Nuclear
So they-
Proliferation Treaty does it say they can't enrich to past 60%?
So when you're thinking about the actions of an international actor, you have to think about the intention.
I love
behind those actions.
when my questions don't get answered. That's so funny.
Well,
That's so
Jovan, it's a
funny.
very narrow question.
It's not a very. No. Your claim, the whole thing we're talking about is are they building nuclear weapons? And your claim is, well, they're enriching to 60%. Okay, and where in the Nuclear Proliferation Treaty does it say they can't?
60%, Jovan.
Where does it say? I don't care what the reason is. Because you're
Okay, then you
right
don't care
now,
about the
no,
war.
Ryan, what's happening right now is you're making speculative claims when I have multiple sources, both one that you used, our own threat assessment, the Arms Control Coalition, all of which state Iran was not building nuclear weapons, even with their 60% uranium. They had not restarted their nuclear weapons program. So unless you can provide me actual non-speculative evidence of Iran restarting their nuclear weapons program, then no. It's just speculation.
Jovan, come on.
Ryan, this
Why
is
do you
you're so bad.
No.
This is
In good faith,
embarrassing.
in good faith, answer this question.
What the
Please
fuck
just
is
answer one question.
happening? Come
Why
on.
would they enrich to 60%?
They said specifically, they said it when they said they would do it. They told Trump in 2018, if you withdraw from the nuclear deal, yes, did you want an answer or did you want to just continue to be disingenuous? They told Trump. I'm literally answering your question, dipshit. Your question was why would they enrich? No, your question. No, I'm not answering a different question. Your question was why did they enrich to 60%? And I'm telling you why their stated reason for enriching to 60%. So either you want an answer to your question or you want to continue to be disingenuous. Which one is it?
You know what? I can actually just read it directly from a source.
Oh my God, what's the source? Sure, what's the source? Sure, what's the source?
Okay, so this is from armscontrolcenter.org. Okay, importantly, starting from the 60% enriched material, a single cascade of 175 IR-6 centrifuges could produce weapons-grade material needed for a nuclear weapon within 25 days.
Yes, how long have they been at 60%? How long have they been at 60%?
I think that they had just reached that critical threshold last June.
Nope, 2022.
No. They had some in 2022, but they didn't have enough for a weapon.
Oh, they had some. They didn't have enough for a weapon. Sorry, I even had my date wrong. It was 2021. It was 2021 they had 60%. So now the goalpost has now shifted to, well, yeah, they did enrich to 60%, but they didn't have enough of that 60%.
Well, they did in 2025. That's why we bombed them.
In 2025, when we said they had not restarted their nuclear weapons program.
When they said that they could restart their nuclear weapons program?
No, when they said that. When we said that they did not. When we said that they did not do it, they had no plan on doing it. Again, you're arguing pure speculation.
No, it's not speculation. This is a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
They could go from no,
it's not a fact. Incorrect. It's not a fact.
Yes, it is a fact. This is a fact.
No.
It's in the IAEA report.
No,
what are you talking about?
It's not a fact.
Literally,
all you're
nobody
doing.
Disagrees on this,
Yes, they actually do. Yes, they do. The head of the I literally read you what the head of the IAEA stated, which is there is zero proof that Iran is building nuclear weapons. Zero proof.
Jovan, you understand there's a difference between being able to build a nuclear weapon in 30 days and being able to build a nuclear weapon in 5 years.
Do you understand there's a difference between building a nuclear weapon or not? Do you understand that, Ryan?
Yes or no? Yes or no?
No,
Yes
Ryan,
or no?
Ryan, I don't know why you think you get to control this. Was Iran building a nuclear weapon? Yes or no? I just want a yes or no.
No. Now answer my question.
No, thank you for proving my point. It's unjustified to start a war with a country based on them building nuclear weapons if they're not building nuclear weapons. I don't need to answer any of your questions. I don't need to. My statement, stop talking, Ryan. My statement was it is unjustified to bomb a country for nuclear weapons that is not building nuclear weapons. You just said to me that they were not building nuclear weapons. So my point stands. It is unjustified to bomb a country that's... You didn't just say that? Should I replay the tape?
No, you're being disingenuous.
How is it being disingenuous? How is it being disingenuous, Ryan, to state that Iran was not building nuclear weapons? What's your dumb question,
Answer
Ryan?
my question.
Go ahead. What's your dumb question?
Okay. Is there a difference between Iran being able to build a nuclear weapon in 30 days between Iran being able to build a nuclear weapon in 5 years? Is there a difference between those two things?
Sure. What does that matter?
Do you think
Iran,
do you think
especially because you were incorrect, by the way. The IAEA reports say that Iran possessed enough nuclear material to build a weapon in 2023. How come they hadn't done it yet?
Stupid shit on.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Could it be that they hadn't restarted their nuclear weapons program? Could it be that Khamenei had said repeatedly that nuclear weapons are not something he wants to build because he doesn't want to fucking violate Haram? Could it be consistently that Khamenei said he was not a fan of nuclear weapons? Could it be that Iran stated that the reason why they wanted 60% uranium was as a deterrent for when countries decided to fuck with them? Could it be that they said, Trump, if you pull out of this deal, we will go to 60%. We'll stop there, but we will go there because you're pulling out of this deal with us. Could all of those things potentially be true? They are. Sources are in my fucking source document if people want fucking proof of it. But you're sitting here going, well, they had enough. They've been 30 days out. Apparently since 2023, they've been 30 days out, Ryan. But because they've reached a point where they could potentially, if they wanted to, make a nuke, we should bomb them because they just have the material necessary to do it. Not because they're making it, not because they actually restarted their nuclear weapons program, which again, head of the IEA says, no, we have no proof that they're building nuclear weapons. Our own threat assessment says, and I quote, I'll read the quote from Trump's own administration, we continue to assess Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and that Khamenei has not reauthorized the nuclear weapons program he suspended in 2003. So you, Ryan, have nothing but speculation. That's it. You just speculate that because you don't like Iran, and because you think Iran poses a threat globally, that we should be able to just take them out. My position, which I stated to you at the beginning, is if your reason for attacking another country is that they have or are building nukes, you have to actually show the proof that they have and or are building those things. Trump's administration hasn't done this. The Arms Control Association hasn't done this. The International Atomic Energy Agency hasn't done this. So unless you have some magical source that shows that they had restarted their nuclear weapons program and were making a weapon of mass destruction surrounding nukes, you have nothing in this argument.
No, I think that having enough nuclear material to build 12 nuclear bombs within 30 days, whether at the moment they intend to do that or not,
that doesn't justify
justification to
attacking.
take out that nuclear grid.
Unfortunately, it isn't.
Unfortunately,
it isn't.
For example,
Unfortunately,
Kazakhstan in the
it's not.
1990s had enough nuclear grade material to build a nuclear bomb. We forced them to give
not
up their nuclear
justification.
material. Why would we
Also,
allow
we
Iran?
never, you never forced Israel to
Yes,
give
it
up.
absolutely is. Why would we allow Iran to be in that position? Why would we? Because listen, for the moment,
Because
maybe
it's
they
not
were
up to
going
us.
Okay.
We pulled out of
We
the deal.
know for a fact-
We have no
we
fucking
know
say.
for a fact that they were
We
enriching
pulled out
more-
of the deal. We have no say.
irrelevant.
France,
That's irrelevant.
France
That's
has.
not relevant.
Hey, yes, it is, Ryan. France has 60% uranium.
No, it's not.
Should we attack France?
You don't know how treaties work in international relations.
France has internet.
not
You
how
don't know how treaties work.
Treaties have to be
Should we attack?
self-enforcing, okay?
No, Ryan. Your claim
No,
right now.
absolutely.
Your claim right now is a country that has 60% uranium. We should take them out and stop that 60%. Or is it just specific countries, Ryan?
I think it depends country by country. Yeah, I think it depends on the threat that they pose to the global community, as well as the benefits that we would gain. I mean, that's how you make the decision to go to war or not, right?
So
Perform
wait.
a cost-benefit analysis.
The United States poses a threat to the global community. You recognize this,
Wait, you
right?
think we should go to war with the United
Nope,
States?
nope. I'm asking if another country said the United States poses a threat to the global community. The United States has nuclear weapons, including 60% enriched uranium, and that other country decides to attack the United States. Is that now justified?
So you're thinking in terms of morality?
Interesting that you're not. Interesting.
In reality,
I'm sorry. You are the one who brought up whether a country poses a global threat, not me. You brought that up. So again, I'm going to ask you the question, Ryan. I'm going to ask you the question.
Let me
If
ask
a
you this.
country views, you're not going to get out of this. You're not going to be able to dodge this question. If a country views the United States as a global threat, or even as a threat to their own interests, and they say the United States has nuclear weapons, and we view the United States as a threat, considering, again, that the United States is the only country that's used fucking nukes. So they view the United States as a global threat because of this. Are they justified in attacking the United States? It's a yes or no question.
No, for quite a few reasons.
And what are those reasons?
Okay, so the first one is the United States actually has nuclear weapons. We could use them against them. The second is that. But hold on. Let me provide all of the reasons. The second is that the United States is a democracy that operates within international institutions and has proven that we can negotiate in good faith with many different other democracies.
We operate outside of them all the time. We operate outside of them all the time. We break international treaties all the time.
So, the United States doesn't care about international laws.
Ryan, this is so lazy.
We have a very
This
good
is
track
so
record on
lazy.
that. Just factually, yes, we do.
So lazy.
Okay, and then lastly,
So
Joe,
lazy.
the
Trump has,
actual calculus that you use when you're going to bring a
sanctioned the
nation into
International
war
Criminal
is based
Court.
off of a
Come on.
cost-benefit analysis. So what do you have to gain from
I'm
going
talking
to war?
about is it
What do you have to lose
justified,
from going
Ryan?
to war?
We're talking about if it's justified,
this
not
is
about
the justification.
no.
This is
Ryan, no, it's not.
This is how war is
No, it's
justified.
not. No, it's not. Your right make
Yes, it
your right
absolutely is.
your might makes right analogy is not a justification. You're saying, well, we have to look at like
Might make the right
yes, it
decision
is.
to gain
Yes, it absolutely is.
It's a cost-benefit analysis. What are you
That's
going to gain from going to war? What might
What are you going to
lose from
gain?
going
What
to
might
war?
you lose? And if
based off
you
of
are
that-
going to gain more than you're going to lose, then it's a justification. That's not justified.
It can be a justification, yes.
No,
going
it's
to
not.
war is much smarter in the case that you think you're going to win than going to war if you think you're
That's
going to
not
lose.
a
Do you disagree with that,
justification,
honestly?
Ryan.
That's an explanation.
It's not a justification.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how war is decided.
No, justifications,
literally
Ryan.
the backbone
When we're
of
talking about
international-
Just because you
justifications,
decide
when we're
to
talking
wage war
about
doesn't mean that it's
justifications,
justified, by the way.
Ryan, we're talking about is an
Sure, it's-
action
that's how
reasonable,
the decision
warranted,
making
or
is made,
acceptable.
but
Whether or not
doesn't
I
mean
win
that-
and get more stuff does not mean that that action was justified. If I do a cost-benefit analysis, Ryan, if I do a cost-benefit analysis and I realize that if I go to your home and steal your PlayStation, I'm going to face very little consequences for that, right? Is that now justified for me to go steal your
that's why we
PlayStation?
have police.
That's not the question I'm asking, Ryan. Why are you dodging every question?
There is no morality in the international order. It doesn't
Ryan, the question is about justification. If you didn't want to have a conversation
you're
about justification,
morally
don't
You're
call
morally
in with a topic about justification. Obviously, I'm having a moral conversation here. I'm claiming it is
not a moral
unjustified, it is immoral.
Fundamentally.
Goodbye, Ryan. The fuck out of here. What kind of stupid shit, dude? I believe the war is justified. Here I've laid out why the war is not justified. Well, you're just trying to have a moral conversation. I don't think it's a moral conversation. You fucking idiot. And I knew you were going to be bad faith the minute you got up here. Do you have evidence of these things? No. Okay. Amazing. I wonder if the topic was about moral justification before you called in, Ryan. I wonder if the topic was about morally justifying the war or not. Wow. I wonder if the conversation when you called in was about justification. Could it have been? Yeah. Thank you all for watching this video. If you don't know me, I'm Jovan Bradley. I'm a leftist content creator who does debates, political commentary, gaming, and so much more. If this is your first video, thanks so much for sticking to the end, and I hope you subscribe. I cannot stress enough how much subscriptions help small channels like mine, and I'm trying and shooting to get to 100K this year, so if you could help out, please hit that subscribe button. I post videos daily, and there are hundreds of past debates on my page for you to enjoy. And also, thank you to all my YouTube members. Your continued support helps me create as much as I can. Consider joining. A membership starts at $2.99 and gets you access to our community Discord, early access to videos, access to our tri-weekly book club, and so much more. Special shout out to all my Tier 4 members, Ellie McReady, Emery Imogene.
It's been fun. Thank you all for being here. We will try to reach, we will do our best to reach silver tomorrow. Hold on, I have to turn off the auto translation. Live tab, content, live, details. Okay. Live, details. What do I do? Pencil. Where is it? Where is it? Tap on take the live translation box, customization tab. I don't see the... I don't see it. Oh, okay. I guess... Oh, fuck me. But... I'm gonna... You'll have silver one day? Yeah, one day. It annoys me that YouTube is just auto-translating crap, but whatever. I'll see you soon. I'll raid you into Mercado Gaming, I guess. Okay, see you.